everyone. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast. The zeroth greatest anime podcast to ever exist. That's right. We are above number one. We've entered into biblical territory. They're going to start writing religions about specifically us.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be called well, I haven't figured out the name for that one yet. But it's going to be called something. That's for sure. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't really complain. Just another normal day. Nothing special is happening today, right, Satsuki?
Right.
Wait, nothing special is happening today?
No, nothing at all, nothing. Oh, wait! Oh, I forgot. That's right. It's your birthday, C-Tactics! It's your birthday!
It is.
My name's Jeff.
It is your birthday.
I forgot it was 3 days before mine.
Can you believe that? It is.
Yeah,
it is Mr. C's birthday. You're officially old enough to drink now.
I'm about 11
Right.
years past. Wait, what is? It's 21, right? I'm a little okay. So not 11 years. I was thinking 18 for some reason. We're a little bit past that at this point. But yeah, I turned 29 today. It's beautiful.
Oh wow!
I love it. I love it when it's crazy because you sometimes you just look in the mirror and you just see yourself aging and you get really terrified really quickly and you cry for hours. I love it. I'm noticing like little wrinkles and especially on my forehead and like kind of like near my eyes, you know? And I'm like, it's over. Game over. We're done.
If you want to stop us from having existential crisis, this is the time to donate.
Yeah, for sure.
Or subscribe to our Patreon.
What will help me stop having existential crises is if everyone here donates a small loan of $1 million. I'd appreciate that.
we do have a Streamlabs link that we haven't really used in a long time.
Oh, that's
Let me
right.
copy paste that.
I had so
there you
many
go.
freaking issues with that thing. Yes, because it's connect. Oh my God, EA! You just made me remember my horrible bank that didn't for some reason work right with this site. I hate it.
Oh, okay. Well, then don't
don't donate to that link.
Let me do something else. Let me get the link to the Patreon.
Just drop. Yeah, we should have dropped the Patreon.
All right, hold on. There we go. Patreon link right there for you.
Yeah. I have an idea for a upcoming Patreon thing. I think that would be really good.
Cool. I can't wait to talk about it.
After we get done with Heavensfield, UBW, we can talk about Heavensfield because it's 3 films.
Okay. I think that's a good one. See, as promised, are you ready for your birthday song created by ChatGPT?
Yes.
Okay, ready or not, here it comes. I have to see how this goes. Okay, I think I got it. It's C-Tactics Special Day. Let's cheer and celebrate. With furries by our side, we'll dance and elevate. Feet tapping to the beat, we'll groove and have some fun.
Yeah.
With Vladilena from 86, our party's just begun.
This is stupid.
Happy birthday, C-Tactics, our friends are so true. With furries' feet and Vladilena, we sing for you.
Furries' feet or
May your day be filled with joy, laughter, and delight. Happy birthday, C-Tactics. You shine so bright tonight, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I sue
I mean-
Microsoft for that?
Beautiful.
Does Microsoft own ChatGPT?
They're a heavy funder of ChatGPT.
Well,
So
let me
I
just
can-
read. Let me do one more line. It's the outro. It's basically, so here's to you, our dearest friend, with furries feet and fun that won't
Oh
end.
my god.
Happy birthday, Sea Tactics. Let's all unite in a celebration that feels just right. Happy birthday, man.
Well, I just want everyone to know, I'm not into feet, nor am I a furry or into furries. And also, what was the last one? Oh, Vladilena? Nah, not true. Fake news. Sabelina, though. Sabelina, that's a.
How you
a
doing,
demonstrator.
Robert? He wants to know when this is going to be on Spotify.
Well, we're already technically on Spotify. I just forgot the login.
You,
And I
you should
haven't
probably
thought to do it.
reset that, maybe.
If somebody could hack into it and give it back, that'd be nice. I know KOA viewers are expert hackers. So, in the chat, Sean says, "Oh word." Decrepit Storm says, "Hey," and happy birthday to Mr. Dirty and Sleazy Tactics. Is it true? Robert says, HBD. Sean says, happy birthday to me. Thank you. Robert says, just a small loan. Very reasonable. I agree. $1 million from every single one of you. Very reasonable. Robert says, wait, I just donated $1 million.
gotta get it back.
QRW6 says, what up, KOA? Been watching Mushoku Tensei because I'm a completionist. Despite liking the previous episodes, getting to see Ruijerd, it still deserves to be killed from KOA. Happy birthday, C!
You are a victim, QRW6.
No, listen. I have a video plan this season where I'm gonna watch how many episodes are out of season 2. I'm gonna. It's in my head. The vision of this video is like giving Mushoku Tensei another shot, and I'm just fully expecting everyone to hate it because the first 2 pages of it is literally about why I hate it. So
Yeah,
gonna be
people will
fun.
love that very much.
Yep, can't wait. Yeah. Is that it? Anyone have any other words they need to say or songs they need to sing?
Let's see. Is this a good verse? Yeah. This is a good. All right, here's a good verse. Here we go. The furries bring their magic with tails and paws so neat. We'll march with Vladilena and dance upon our feet. In the world of 86, where bravery shines through all the night, we'll toast to Sea Tactics and all the dreams will come true. That's right. I thought that was beautiful. That was golden right there.
Let's get into the news.
We got something to never give you the blues. Now let's get ready for the KOA.
It's Miracle!
All right, so nothing much this week, just a couple. A handful actually. But the first one that I wanted to talk about was Netflix. They revealed a lot of stuff about their new Terminator anime that is premiering on August 29th. It's called Terminator Zero. They showed a bunch of screenshots and a lot about the plot and sort of the inspiration it'll be taking. And of course, when it comes to Terminator, when it comes to press reveals and generally just the press in general when it comes around this franchise, they're all a bunch of liars. They'll say whatever they need to say to get you to watch these stupid films. So one of the things they said when they were revealing all these images is that it's going to take a lot of inspiration from the first Terminator and be more of a horror series.
Oh, yes.
How many times have they said that for all of the other Terminator things they've done?
Well, to be fair, the last one, what was it called? Dark
Fate.
Dark Fate. That
Dark
was
Fantasy?
a huge steaming pile of shit. That was so bad. The first 2 minutes of the movie, they kill off John Connor. It's like, yeah, that was a great idea.
Well, hey, you know what? Get it out of the way. Genesis waited until the end, which, to be fair, all right twist, but the trailer ruined it.
Yeah, and that was pretty bad.
And then what? Salvation? They had like a
Salvation
rated R
wasn't
film.
too bad.
Well, yeah, because they made a good film and then they chopped it up into pieces and reshot a lot of it.
Yes, that was also the same film where Christian Bale was just like, "Are you bloody stupid? How are you walking right there in the back?" Like he got pissed off on set.
Good
And the guy was just like, "Man, I'm sorry that you were in my fucking view."
Actually, Sam Worthington was probably really, if I remember correctly, I think it was better than his performance in Avatar at the very least. That's how I remember feeling back then.
That man's been living off of Avatar money. He never has to work ever again.
Yeah, he's friends with James Cameron. He loves it. But as for the images themselves of this anime, oh my god, it literally it looks like everything a Terminator anime should be. It's so good, and I honestly I cannot wait to try this out. I hope it's not bad. There is like probably a 99% chance this is going to be bad because it's Terminator. I have no faith in this franchise at this point.
But it's an anime.
It's an anime. It's by Production IG. Gotta have a little bit of faith, at least for them, not for the franchise, at least for them.
Yeah, I have faith. I have faith it's gonna it's gonna do what Fallout did with its series. It's gonna do what it did with Cyberpunk. I feel like it's gonna revamp the series and it's gonna give it that much needed jolt to bring the franchise back to popularity.
I hope they don't use Arnie anywhere in this anime.
Why not?
I hope they take him and his stogies and they put him in Stogie Land.
Oh come on! You don't want to hear Arnold voice a Terminator?
It's just because he has to be in these films, and he's so overexposed. Like I would rather him do like another, I don't know, like another Predator film at this point. Because I think it would be a huge breath of fresh air if you stay away from those "I'll be back" stuff, and you just do your own kind of thing. That's just me.
My mission is to protect you, and order a sandwich, and eat it in front of you. Yeah.
So there's that. Satsuki, you a Terminator fan?
I told you guys before, I'm not like a big movie person. I watched the first Terminator movie when I was like really young. The only thing I really remember about that movie is him being naked.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you
see
see his pee-pee flopping around.
You know, when you travel back in time or into the future, wherever you travel, all the clothes come off. You gotta it's all just naked.
I think they explained that in one of the video games. I can't remember.
Well, yeah, because I'm sure there's an explanation for it, but
like, don't you have to?
I don't remember.
Like, it was something like and I could be very wrong. It was like you have to be naked because the clothes can like kill you or something, or can cause complications.
It get fuses into your skin, and then you'll have like a leather jacket skin. I don't know.
I don't know. Time travel's interesting. Decrepit Storm says that's why the Fable should be the Terminator.
He acts like the Terminator in a way.
Yeah. But he's got Riz. His secret weapon.
You tell me the Terminator doesn't have Riz?
Well, I mean, does he? No, I don't think he does.
Maybe not. He's probably not trying to get chicks. He just goes around asking, "Where's Sarah Connor? Where's Sarah Connor?"
Maybe you remember that scene from Terminator 3 when they're driving in the car or in the desert or whatever, and he's like, "There's something in my chest. The energy fuel cells have run out."
Oh yeah.
And he throws it out and it like fucking blows up like a nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
Maybe to somebody, if you watched him do that, maybe that would be like you could get rizzed up by that. I don't know. Or like carrying the coffin out.
That was pretty cool when he was holding the coffin with one arm and just shooting with that fucking machine gun with the other.
Yeah.
Is the Terminator hard-boiled, though, Carp says.
That's true. Is Terminator hard-boiled?
He is badass. He's better than that baby dude from One Piece.
Oh, you got to Senior Pink?
Yeah, Senor Pink.
Senior Pink is cool.
He's
what is he talking about?
I'm not impressed.
It's so hard-boiled.
He is a grown man wearing a diaper and sucks on a pacifier. That's not hard-boiled.
You wouldn't get it.
I wouldn't. What's not to get? If I looked like that,
there's a lot to get.
They'd put me in a fucking straitjacket.
You don't get it.
He's got all those older, pretty women around him.
I guess not. I guess I don't get it.
He's basically a giant baby. Anyways. Next topic, a little depressing, but I felt it was right to talk about this. The actress for some of Pokemon's, like the original anime, some of the voices in that, Rachel Lillis, has cancer. It apparently is very aggressive right now. And they have set up a GoFundMe campaign. I think they've already reached it, but it's to help with medical bills. So if you are a fan of Rachel, she voiced Nurse Joy, or what who does she voice in Pokemon?
She did Nurse Joy.
Doesn't she voice Caster in Fate?
I don't know. Let me look.
Yeah, let me look too.
Pokemon.
She voices Cella.
One half of oh my god, she's freaking Misty.
Yep,
and Jessie from Team Rocket. She's OG. Wow.
Yeah, she voices Cella in Heaven's Feel. Coco and Hunter x Hunter. Jigglypuff. Princess Charlotte from Berserk. Of course, we love Princess Charlotte from Berserk because any character in that show was blessed by Sean's presence.
Well, and also, you know what makes Princess What's-Her-Face impressed is if you take a piece of leaf and go...
That is true. So much Riz.
Now, Griffith has Riz.
He does.
Why is there so much bloodshed and horror and all that other stuff? Looks her dead in the eyes. Gets a leaf and just...
Oh, Midnight in QRB6 said they also voiced Jessie too.
No, well, Jessie. Yeah, that's what I said. I said Jessie. I was thinking James. Yeah, Misty and Jessie is the same. I remember that.
So definitely go donate. Actually, we should probably drop the link to the GoFundMe if we can. Where is that?
It's been reached, but you know, I guess anything else could happen. You know, you can always add more to help her get back on her feet.
Oh, here it is. I shall drop it. Oh, I'm inspecting Element like a hacker from India. Don't need to do that.
There you go.
Satsuki, we need you to do you have like a Target or a 7-Eleven or a Walgreens near you? We need you to buy some gift cards.
On it.
In increments of 250 each. You need about like 500 of those.
We
Sounds
need,
like a scam.
we need $500 Target gift cards, and when you go in to buy them, you need to tell them it's for your
friend,
for your son.
My son needs 500 Target gift cards.
And not just Target, Apple, Subway,
anything you can really get your hands on.
Waffle House.
Oh,
if they
Waffle
got those.
House. Been forever since I've been to a Waffle House.
Anyways, final topic I think is from EA. So take it away.
Yes, it is. So, great news coming up by the end of May. We have essentially what Toonami was back in the day. Adult Swim is going to be starting a new block called Toonami Rewind, starting May 31st, and it's going to air old school anime, the stuff that we grew up back in the day. Stuff like Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto. I think they're going to add more eventually. They're going to do Yu Yu Hakusho, Gundam, Mobile Suit, and all that. And to me, that's really, really awesome. At the same time, I understand the dynamic has changed when it comes to like viewing things now. Everything's streaming and on demand, but I still think this is a win overall because anime's as popular as it's ever been, and I think this is just a huge win overall, and it's going to usher in a new era and a new generation of just people that want to watch anime, and I love it. I cannot wait till this airs and just see what all the youngins think of all the old school anime.
All the youngins who, for some reason, still have cable.
I mean, there's some places that houses that still have that stuff, cable and stuff like that. As expensive as streaming services are getting, you might as well go back to cable. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, I about last month or beginning of this month, I actually canceled over $180 worth of subscriptions.
Dude, it's insane. I'm serious. I feel like you can get like DirecTV or even, I don't know what you guys have, but we used to have Cox Cable, and it would just be easier.
Whoa! You can't say that in this show. This is a family-friendly show.
COX. It's spelled COX.
Well,
how family friendly is this show?
It's pretty fucking family friendly.
Damn it.
I got one more thing to add since I didn't see it on the news portal. So Sakamoto Days is finally getting the anime.
Oh yeah, Netflix.
However, I love being the bearer of bad news. So here we go. Apparently, it is supposed to air this year, which, considering we haven't gotten a key visual, any trailers, any cast announcements, or anything of the sort, I think the only thing we know as far as like studio is that it's being produced by TMS. I think that's pretty much all we know. If it is actually airing this year, that's not good. It's not good that we don't have all that information. But either way, and it's also a Netflix show, so that's another thing in of itself. But Sakamoto Days is a series that I think a lot of people should check out, especially if you're a big fan of action type movies, John Wick or anything like that. You will be a avid fan of this series. Has some of the best choreography I've seen in manga. Like all of the fights are just if it flows well, it's always engaging. The fights are super creative. I always look at the fights thinking, how did this dude think to do this? You know how like when John Wick got the pencil, he's doing this and he's grabbing all these. It's like that. It's of that type of ilk where
Nice.
you'll be surprised at how their characters are able to use their surroundings and the various weapons they use and everything that goes on. Pretty insane series. So regardless of if the anime bombs or not, check out the manga.
I have it in my my backlog. You recommended it to me a while ago, and I just been meaning to catch up on it and start it.
Fun fact: I went to go start reading it. Didn't realize I was just like, for some reason in my head, Sakamoto Days and Beat in Motion got blended together in my head. So last night I was reading Beat in Motion, and I was like, man, Sakamoto Days. It's little romancy, little. I don't
What's
know.
Beat in Motion?
It's well, glad you asked. It is about an artist who, as a kid, basically kind of stops doing art because, you know, all the pitfalls. He was basically kind of ostracized for it, and he then became a musician, and he was in his band for
life.
years and years and years, and nobody showed up, but he always loved this one artist throughout the years. Her name was Nico. And he goes to this mixer one night after he decides to, you know, become a normie and get a normal job and ditch his music. And turns out this drunk girl follows him home or whatever, and almost kicks him into an oncoming truck. And,
and he got isekai'd?
No, he didn't get isekai'd. He kicked him into a rail though, and so she was like, "Yo, you thought you died there, so like, you know, like do life stuff, bitch. I hate you." And so he does. He picks back up his art, and he gets noticed on social media by Nico, who turns out to be that lady, and she's an alcoholic. Like a really bad alcoholic. Like, it's actually kind of hilarious. There's one scene where they're at a dining table. It's funny. It is, because they're talking to each other, and
his life's ruined. It's so funny.
She thinks he's gonna like confess to him, but he's just trying to like convey how well they work together. And so while he's like talking about this, she's like getting more drunk, and like every other panel is going like 3 more beers, please, 2 more shots. Like, it just keeps going. So yeah,
Harp
I
says,
thought that was
so she's your
Sakamoto
type
Days.
C.
I don't know about that. I mean, I guess, but I don't know. Why are you looking at me like that? But yeah, that is a Sakamoto in Motion, I guess. We can combine those two. I swear to God, it was so weird reading it, because I was like, I don't think this is this is Sakamoto Days, but I kept reading it for some reason.
Wow.
So there you go. Anyways, Arrival for Aqua. I don't like.
I guess because no, because the girl, she drinks a lot apparently, or he. I don't know.
No, I still think Aqua drinks more, but she absolutely does drink a lot. Like, it's like actually kind of worrying to the degree she drinks. And I can't tell if it's a plot point or just, you know, normal anime trope stuff.
Can't wait to talk about it later.
We talk about what later?
KonoSuba.
Oh, I thought you were about to say, oh, we're talking about Beat in Motion.
We're talking about beating off in motion. Yes, we're going to talk about that later.
Well, let's go ahead and let's get into Unlimited Booty Works. With episodes 8 and 9. Now these episodes were actually me and EA watched them together in my Discord server It was really fun. We watched it with Carp and Neon Victor Evangelion.
Yeah,
So, that
and
was
Danny
fun.
Boy. Yeah,
And
we watched. It was very interesting to watch these with a group as opposed to by myself.
It is. It's really fun. You absorb a lot more, in my opinion. But I have completely forgotten what happened in these episodes.
You absorb a lot, but you forget everything.
This is the episode where we just saw Shinji being a bitch. Essentially.
Oh yes. This is
Shinji. He just the first thing you see whenever he's in the classroom, whenever Shiro walks in, he just starts laughing maniacally. He's over there right next to like the window and everything, and Shinji's just.
This school is full of NPCs.
It is. Yeah.
If they're not, I understand their background characters, but it's just so funny how they don't interact until one of the other characters interact with them. They have no function because Shinji's just laughing like he's a cartoon villain, and then everybody's just like, and then they go to class and, like normal, and then he's still laughing when they're doing like taking notes and stuff. He's like,
I know.
Everybody's just like,
this is not doing anything. I swear to God, I was waiting for someone to go, dude, are you gonna shut up? We're trying to learn here. You're just, what are you laughing for?
and
Go outside.
not to mention that, but every time Reen would take Shiro somewhere, everybody stops what the fuck they're doing and just stares at him.
I said the same thing. There was one scene, it was towards the beginning when, I swear, there was a couple of weebs that were just like peering out the doorway. They were just like, there's a girl yon hither. I think she's tapping impatiently, wants to I don't know what she's doing here. There's a wild girl.
They were narrating like it was a
nature documentary.
Yeah.
As we can see,
Like it was National Geographic.
The wild Tosaka is blushing, but is growing impatient as she stomps her feet.
There it is. The covered knee socks. Oh, excellent choice, Rin Tosaka.
But yes, she eventually called over Shiro, and everybody was just, I like Shiro. He's just like, me? Me? She's like, who the fuck else would she be pointing at? She random dude on the left. I want you.
Yeah.
She's like, yes, I was waiting for her to pick me for years, and she finally did it.
Oh man, imagine how jealous of people of Shiro people are.
Yeah, I mean, this is what they're going for. I guess. Well, they've already made it a point to show that Reen is like the Madonna. She's like the Komi-san of the school. It's just always funny when they do this in anime, because I'm thinking to myself, okay, I get that like they're smart and they're pretty, but damn, like everybody just paused. Like time freezes when they move.
Yeah, it's like everybody hold still. They're having a conversation, a private conversation. Let's listen in.
And you know what?
Yeah.
The minute they graduate high school, all of that goes away. And if they passed her on the street, they'd not even notice.
That is 100% true.
Absolutely.
They wouldn't even care. They wouldn't even give her the time of day if they even glanced and saw her and went, "Oh, that's Tosaka."
Yeah, she could be like homeless and be like, "Help me! I have it." It's like, I'm sorry. Who are you? You don't remember me from school and how you always fawned over me every step I fucking took. Or no, it doesn't ring a bell. You do kind of look familiar. A little dirty now.
Are you that toe girl with the toes?
Used to have the stockings.
Yeah.
Now they're over your head.
Yeah, you used to hang out with that dork Shiro Emiya.
Oh, I know we're jumping ahead, but since we're talking about like everybody outside of Rin, Shiro, and Shinji, and I guess Sakura too. Outside of them, like everybody's NPCs. We also got to talk about Issei also being an NPC because he got stripped naked like a baby.
Oh,
and
my God.
while he did react, I feel like he should have reacted more than that because Shiro doesn't explain himself. Well, do something. Shiro just strips him, and then he's like, "What is that for?" He's like, "Can't tell you." And then he goes, "All right, so what did you eat for?" I was like, "What?"
Yeah, that. I'm sorry, but I don't care how good of a friend we are with someone. If somebody just randomly, I'm minding my own fucking business in the middle of school in a public place, tells me to strip down, take my clothes off, I'm gonna go, yeah, very funny. Then they start actually physically taking off my clothes, and then don't even give me a reason as to why they did it. I don't think I'm gonna be friends with that guy anymore.
There is official fan art. I don't know if it's actually from UBW. I told Ian and last night it may have been from UBW. It may have been from Heaven's Feel as just extra art. But there is official art by the artists at UFO Table of Issei and Shiro hanging out shirtless. So I think
we get our yaoi.
The ship is real. It's a real ship. And honestly, I don't mind.
Well, if we get Shiro and Issei yaoi, then I want Rin and what's the
Saber.
one girl's name? No, not Saber.
Mitsuzuri.
What's the? Yeah, Mitsuzuri Yuri.
Love Mitsuzuri. She's great.
She's the one that's always eating.
No, that's the Archer girl.
Oh, right, it's the other girl. Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, she's the one they took the design from another Fate adjacent series, which we should definitely watch one day. I think I haven't seen all of it, but it's pretty good. It's called Garden of Sinners, I think. Pretty cool. Anyways, back on topic.
Yeah. First thing that happened in that episode was Shiro had a dream, and it looked like he was turning into a weapon, and he woke up with the ouchies.
Some kind of porcupine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange dream.
With the ouchies.
Yeah.
Got boo-boos all over my fingers and arms. Saber kiss him.
It sucks when you have you wake up from a bad dream like that.
I hate that too. Love the dream of when you're falling and then right before you hit the ground you just jolt awake. Oh, I hate that shit.
My dream I had was so random. For whatever reason, I was collecting a whole bunch of flavors of ice cream, and then I don't know how I ended up at this point, but like I was running for my life. Somebody was after me.
Oh, they wanted your ice cream.
Hey, that kid's got delicious ice cream.
That guy has all 31 flavors.
Then I woke up before anything happened to me. I was like, oh, what did that mean?
It means don't go to Baskin Robbins anytime soon.
Oh my god. Don't do it.
They're coming for you.
Just wait. Go to Cold Stone next door or something.
Yeah.
Just somebody's gonna for the watch.
Oh my god. No. Not for the watch.
So one thing that happened was Rin and Shiro got back together, and Rin apologized on Archer's behalf because of what happened with him, essentially trying to kill Shiro. So with these two episodes, what you got was the deepening with those two relationship. You could look at it in a romance sense, but I think just in a trust sense, that bond got deepened with, again, Rin apologizing on Archer's behalf because she didn't need to do that because it's not like she ordered it. Archer acted on his own in that situation, but they do have an alliance, so she felt obligated to apologize for that. And other things later in the episode, like when Reen said that, or when Reen tasked Shiro with finding out who if Issei was a master, and then Shiro said no, he's not a master, and Reen said I believe you because you don't lie. So stuff like that shows you that the relationship is getting a lot better, and it's one that's showing that the trust they have in each other.
Yeah.
I love the moment where I forget what Rin said, but basically she tells Shiro that for pretty much no reason at all she made his life harder. Well, I remember what it was. Shinji came up to Rin and was like, "So, Rin, would you like to come out with me on my shit-eating brigade?" And Rin was like, "No, I already have Shiro, you stupid fucking idiot." So, there you go. Rin just made Shiro's life pointlessly harder.
That was probably the stupidest moment for Reen, because not only did that happen, she knew who Shinji was. Now, she didn't know that he was a master. She didn't know that he summoned a servant. So she underestimated him severely. But you would think her knowing that he's a Mato and knowing that he has like a evil streak, or he has a bad streak to him, that you would be somewhat suspicious of him. And then even Shiro goes, "Wait a minute. I mean, doesn't that mean he's the one that's been writing the sigils around school?" And then Reen's like, and I'm sitting there watching it like, aren't you supposed to be the smart one? Shiro isn't supposed to be the one to come up with this stuff.
Yeah, he's a novice when it comes to this stuff, but he was like, "Hey, wait a minute.
If you're here, then that means..."
Go.
And then you see the eyes blinking behind you.
Gross.
I love old cartoon tropes.
Yeah, followed by the fucking and when they run with the legs standing straight, and then they finally go.
Or the one where you don't fall until they acknowledge that they're like off a cliff.
Oh, right. They don't know gravity. That was good. I love that too when they do that. And some I've seen where they like reach down to see if the ground's there, and it's not, and they're just like, oh, and then they fall.
You talking about how Shiro is a novice. I think the only thing Shiro is good at so far in this show is accruing various types of women to live with him. Really good at repairing heaters, and as well declothing men.
Yeah.
The only good thing he's good at right now.
Think about it. It's got to be hard to take a dude's shirt off, especially if it's a button. It's a button-up shirt.
Issei's ripped.
Yeah, he's pretty jacked.
He did it without like breaking anything, like his or wrinkling it really. So
yeah,
yeah.
Smooth operator.
Yeah,
I would say he's a pretty smooth operator. The scene where he was talking to Rin when she was just like, "We should go up on the roof." Well, at first he wasn't going to do it. She said that she was going to have lunch, and he was like, "Okay, cool. You have a good lunch." And he was starting to walk away, and then she's like, "No, you idiot! I want you to eat upstairs with me or whatever." And he's like, I forgot what he said, but I think it was just like, "Did you forget to bring your lunch or something?"
Yeah, he was like, I could share my lunch with you if you forgot yours.
And it's like, I don't know if he's just that suave and smooth, or if he's just really dumb. Because
he's really that dumb. I'm sorry to say, he's really that dumb.
But it's like, that would be something that you would say if you wanted to get somebody's, I don't know, attention, if you wanted them to like get on your good side. And she even was telling him, "Sit right next to me."
He's 100% not teasing her. He is what you see is what you get from him. And I think that's the appeal. That's the appeal of his character. Not just to the the harem, I guess, that's growing, but just to people in general that like him, like Fujini. I think the thing that draws people towards Shiro is that the fact that he's unwaveringly honest and just true to himself and like really stuck in his convictions. Fujini in the last episode talks about how there was like a stark difference between Kiritsugu and him, where Kiritsugu kind of just went along with the flow, which we watching Fate Zero, we know that wasn't the case. So this is, she knew him when he was already done fighting, and when he wasn't himself. So who Shiro is now is who Kiritsugu used to be before he killed Hot Vampire Lady.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn. Poor Hot Vampire Lady. Ugh.
Speaking of
Man.
Hot Vampire Lady,
What a loss.
we got a fight with hot masters and servants. Well, mostly servants.
Well, we sure did.
Did we get a fight?
Dude,
Well,
this version of Ryder sucks.
I was waiting on it.
She died in 2.3 seconds. Like, the Ryder from Zero, he doesn't have to worry. This guy's legacy will live on. This Ryder is, oh yeah, she's riding all right, riding into the fucking wall and getting her neck spun around like the Exorcist.
Riding in Heaven's Chariot.
Yeah, that's exactly what it. God, I was shocked. I was like, really? That's it?
It is pretty shocking. I'll give Fate that. I was like, even I forgot how she died, honestly. So
she died by some mystery opponent that Shinji is just like, they're coming after you, you're gonna get it, and then runs away like a little bitch.
They come out of the goon room.
We're gonna get you, boss. We're gonna hurt you good.
Oh my god.
Do you have any guesses as to who it could be? Because we've gotten all the servants, so, and it's some people we could just straight out rule out. Like, it's not going to be Berserker. I don't think he's going to be like, Berserker, wait, no. Berserker's just going.
I mean, Berserker's pretty strong. That would probably be like a good guess, but Castor was there, but only in spirit. She did this weird Yuri kind of almost kiss and then turn into butterflies thing. I don't understand. It wasn't Saber, obviously. Archer couldn't even get. He was like, freaking Ren was trying to page him, and he's like, "Girl, I'm busy."
He was offline. He didn't get the party invite.
Yeah, he didn't get the invite. But I don't know who it could have been. Wait, have we seen everybody?
We've seen all the servants. We haven't seen all the masters. So if you want to know what,
tell me.
If you want to know like what masters we haven't seen, I didn't write Shinji's name down here yet. But of course we know who, Rin, Shiro, Ilya, now Shinji. So Assassin was summoned by Castor.
Right.
So leave them out. So that means there's 2 people left. So the masters that we don't have as of right now are Lancer's master and Castor's master. Those are the only 2 we don't know. Or we haven't seen, I guess.
Yeah. Well, whoever the fuck they are, they killed Ryder like nothing. Just straight up blowback into the wall.
Guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's very clear who it was.
Oh no.
Oh god.
You fucking say it.
It was Tosaka's breasts.
What?
What?
No. You guys remember the scene from episode 9?
I remember the scene.
Where
Oh,
Ren's like,
God.
"Come here, Shiro, let's go into the alley," and she presses herself against
Oh.
Shiro. Well,
Oh my
EA,
god, boobs!
Also,
EA,
well,
you saw
yeah.
the screenshots, the evidence.
I did.
What happened when Rin pressed her chest up against Shiro's chest? What happened? What happened to Shiro's brain?
Hiro turned into a horny teenage boy and was just like, boobs touch my back. I feel horny.
Turn to
In the
prehistoric.
visual novel, Shiro stated that the sensation was so great that it turned his brain into a sponge. Now,
No, I was right. That was his brain turning into a sponge.
now listen. What if it was Rin's boobs the entire time that did all this?
They just detached from her body and just started beating random people up.
I'm gonna take a guess. It's just a guess. I don't think boobs can twist your neck like that.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. I'll take that bet too.
I don't know. We don't know the full extent to what Rin's boobs can do. We know that they could probably produce milk at some point.
Oh my god. What are we talking?
But what are the other possibilities?
It's not Ren's boobs.
Kill Ryder?
I'm sorry, C. I know this is your nice twisted dark fantasy, but it's not.
No.
It's not
EA,
Ren's boobs.
EA, these are my 13 reasons why.
Okay, well, to answer your question, Sasuke, I honestly don't know who it is. They're keeping everything under wraps for a reason, and yeah, I'm just curious. All I do know is that Shinji, the very next episode, cried like a little baby and was like,
It's not fair. They had hacks. They got stronger servants than me. Blah blah blah.
just
They're paid to
ooh.
win.
Yeah, they're pay to win players. I only got left with the scrub rider. He was talking shit about his own servant after she died for him and everything. But all I know is thanks to good old fucking Kirei, he's gonna be like, here, we got a servant up for play, and I already know who it is. It's fucking Gilgamesh, and I'm going to absolutely hate the dynamic because Gilgamesh and Shinji, two arrogant assholes and an annoying little ooh. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Ooh.
Well,
I
keep
hate
in
it.
mind as well, this is the original vision of Gilgamesh too. So like how Saber's different in UBW as compared to Zero, you could be different.
I doubt it.
You could be nice.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's gonna be nice. I am so sure he's gonna be so nice. He's not gonna call anybody mongrels or peasants.
My good buddy pal Shinji Mato. How's your sisters doing? I should say. Well, I was just out here mowing my lawn, and I saw you walk by here.
I mean, all he did was ask Sakura for direction so far. So, if anything, Rin's the creepy one following the man.
Oh yeah, the freaking blonde-haired foreign guy. I'm guessing he's gonna be the next master because he's blonde and he's foreign. He has to be. He's gonna be another master.
That was Gilgamesh.
Oh, wait! That's Gilgamesh?
Yes,
Yeah, it's like kind of
Huh?
very.
he's wearing the same outfit.
It's like that's like.
That's not Gilgamesh.
I think I said it when he first showed up. I even told you. I was like, this is Gilgamesh.
He looks like a high school teenage boy.
Well,
He's just wearing a different outfit. He's not wearing like all gold everything.
No, you guys are trying to gaslight me. That is not Gilgamesh. That is some foreign boy that's wanting to study abroad, and he's wanting to learn, and he's caught up in all this shambles.
He's the MC from Beat in Motion.
References to that manga in this episode.
Is Beat in Motion gonna forever be in the lore of KOA? Do I have to actually read it weekly now?
I mean, I guess at this point you'll have to.
We have a weekly segment where I talk about Beat in Motion's new chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fate Zero Assassin or Fate Stay Night Rider? Which one is worse?
Oh my god.
I feel like that's really easy.
Okay.
Granted, I know
Okay,
more
well,
than EA.
Yeah. Well, okay. If I'm going off design, Ryder has a very unique design. If I'm going off of just straight up uselessness, I feel like Assassin was just there just to show how strong everyone else was. Though I could say Ryder's the same, but the difference between Assassin and Ryder is Ryder got some hits in, and Ryder could talk, and Ryder was like fighting and all that. What did Assassin do? Whoop, 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 and then fucking tripped over themselves.
In
Ryder
fairness,
was an opposing threat.
Yeah.
In fairness to Assassin was sabotaged because Key wasn't trying to win. Now, if Assassin was actually put in a position where they were actually trying to assassinate somebody, then things may have been different. But the only situations we've seen Assassin in was when they have the raid, when Gilgamesh just kills them all, which they did that for show, and then the one where they go up against Ryder. Now, if Assassin again, if they used Assassin how Assassin was supposed to be used, which is they're supposed to kill the masters, then I think it would be a whole different ball game. Then Assassin would be a lot more threatening, especially because there's so many of them.
Right. Yeah. I think I have to to say which one's worse. I would definitely have to say Assassin, only by default. Like maybe if we got a chance to see what they could do, I would have to give it more thought. But we got to see what Ryder could do, and she had a very unique outfit, and just I don't know, just seemed imposing versus just Assassin. So that's my take.
Well, I won't say what my pick is for that question because I know more.
Nuh-uh.
You know nothing, see?
Actually, when Assassin from Zero appears back in Absolute Demonic Front Babylonia, kind of a redemption. Kinda a redemption. I think it's that one. Maybe another one. Who knows? Fate lore. So confusing and stupid for no reason.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Saber for doing Saber things. Knowing what we know of Zero, I feel like Shiro's a breath of fresh air for her because he kind of embodies some of the things that she values: honor, chivalry, things of that nature. She was about to fight, and she's inheriting Shiro's beef with Archer because she was ready to fight him when Archer dared talk shit about how Ryder died.
Yeah, I was like, wow, she's ready to fight. And I just love how Archer kind of like threw it back in her face because he knew how to get back at her. It's like, I can't fight you because she used a seal. But hey, I know if you want to kill me and be dishonorable, be my guest. Yeah, that was funny. And then Ren was like, I'm going to give you an earful there, fucking Archer.
I'm gonna
No, I
kick
don't
you in
wanna-
the face.
Speaking of that, Ren said that she was going to shoot Shinji's face off. And I was happy about that.
She stepped on his dick too.
Yeah, she did. Give me an answer, I'll shoot your fucking face off. I'm like, damn. Where's this version of Ren?
Yeah, no,
yeah.
Ren's great. I love Ren. Also, hello, Neon. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you have a great day, too.
Hey,
Going on, Neon.
hey, Neon.
Another thing we didn't talk about was Shiro basically adopting Archer's fighting style even going as far as to after Saber left from training him, he picked up two swords. So it's seeming like he's trying to do what Archer does with the two blades.
Mm-hmm.
So Shiro's trying to he's growing stronger in his own way using his strengthening magic.
I'm guessing a lot of time has passed because the last episode before 8, this man got cut to pieces and he had deep wounds and everything and was bandaged up. So I would assume months have passed and he's gotten stronger. Unless he just heals. He just heals in a day.
I thought about doing something, but yeah. Nah.
Doesn't this Saber have the scabbard anymore?
Yeah, where the fuck is her scabbard?
What's the scabbard?
That's how they summoned her in Fate Zero.
It helps with the healing.
Oh. Well, all I know is Saber loves sleeping in the same bedroom as Shiro.
Oh, yeah.
And Shiro is just like,
His brain's still sponge from Rin's boobs.
Yeah, he's just, I don't think you said, I am going to sleep in your room because you got taken by Castor and that's not going to happen again. Okay.
Listen,
and she
young
even
man.
insists.
I insist I sleep in your room. I joked with EA about how, like, if Shiro were to try and seduce Saber there for some stupid fucking reason, she wouldn't get it, and she would just get in bed beside him and just go to sleep.
Yeah, if he was to be like, hey, why don't you come and sleep with me tonight? Okay, master.
Yes, master.
And then just falls asleep. Good night, master. Wait, no, this is not what I. Me. Yeah, so funny.
Happen. It would happen. Let's see. What else did we not talk about?
Just the ending of episode 9, I guess, where you just kind of see Shiro's determination and wanting to follow in his father's footsteps and basically do what his father did not.
It's really interesting, Shiro's sort of ideology and how they're challenged in each of the arcs or each of the sub stories of Fate Stay Night. I forget what this one was called. But Nasu basically, and this is the writer of Fate, he basically said each route has 3 different ideologies that represent them. And this is obviously one of them. And his character in this one is really about being a hero of justice and living up to what he thought his father lived up to. It's sort of being like a role model, a superhero, whatever, hero justice, literally. And these ideals to many, especially Archer, like in the past when he said those ideals will get him killed and are just dumb. Hearing those things, it sort of drives him to move forward with those ideals. And pretty much the entirety of UBW is everyone clashing with Shiro's ideals in one way or another. So like, EA, what do you think that Shiro's ideology and just the fact that he carries these really very stubborn, childish ideals into adulthood, do you agree with him or understand at least where he's coming from?
Well, of course. I definitely understand where he's coming from. I feel like anyone can understand where he's coming from. Is it realistic? That's the whole other question altogether. Like, yeah, sure, in a perfect world, good triumphs over evil, everything's happy and great, world keeps on spinning. But unfortunately, the real world's not like that. It's much more, it's not as black and white. There's shades of gray, for sure.
Yeah, when I first watched this, my thoughts on it were that I thought he was very noble to carry forward those ideals, especially in the face of what he's dealing with. Because you got to think he's in a war right now, a really fucked up war, one that has already gotten many innocent people killed, and he's carrying a lot of these ideals, whereas people like Archer, you know, they're like, hey, these foolish things you think about are going to get you killed and get other people killed if you don't stop this. Because from his perspective, and from, I imagine, the other servants' perspectives and masters that have experienced this thing, and even Ren to a degree as well, this isn't people like Shiro don't exist in this world typically. These super idyllic, like, oh, we got to do it for to be the hero of justice. We got to, you know, that doesn't exist in a war at all. There's no justice in war. It's war, right?
Yep.
So it's just really, it's really interesting, I think, and especially how the series progresses, how Shiro clashes with so many over these ideals that he carries, because it's so unbelievable to everyone that he carries them in the first place, let alone carrying them into something as unforgiving, as real as the Holy Grail War. I mean, they're fighting for an omnipotent vessel to give them their truest and eternal desire. It's insane, the fact he's carrying that ideal into it. Well, yeah, I think you're muted.
Boo.
My bad. Also, was I booed?
Oh no, I was born to see.
Wait, why?
Oh.
You know.
What do you mean?
Well, I think that's everything in these 2 episodes.
You just made C mad.
What do you think is going to happen with Shinji as far as him possibly getting a new servant and
He's gonna be the face of the villains, and he's gonna have a punchable face. And well, he already has a punchable face, but he's gonna be even more insufferable and do insufferable things, and it makes me want to snap his neck. So
Good reaction.
yeah.
Ellie pops in the chat. He says, I have watched a whole Demon Slayer episode. I am caught up.
Hooray!
hello?
Hey, Ellie.
The lightning simp has arrived.
Also, it's C's birthday.
It is currently the day of my birth. The wee hours of it are dwindling down as time keeps on slipping into the future.
Happy birthday, C Tactics, our friend so true. With
Oh,
Furry's
no.
feet and Vladilena, we sing to you. May your day be filled with joy, laughter, and delight.
Like
Happy birthday, C Tactics, shine so bright.
right.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Whenever it was your birthday, you punch them in the arm for however old they are.
Birthday licks.
Abuse for all. Let's go ahead and let's talk about KonoSuba.
Killer Pass episode.
Yep, we're killing it.
No, okay. I wasn't gonna go that far, but holy crap.
Why is KonoSuba this season? I'm struggling to think. I think the movie's pretty funny. Like that still may so far be my favorite, but I think in terms of seasons, this is already my favorite season.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff in here. We got Kazuma and Chris as thieves trying to steal Iris's ring or whatever.
Well, and the divine artifact
Yeah,
or whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, plot. Yeah, who cares?
But yes, we have some really solid moments here. We had. Oh my god, I don't even know where to begin with this one. Like, one thing that definitely stood out most to me was Kazuma owning everybody, including
Misa
what was that? Yeah. Mizurugi again. I swear he owns his ass. Like, just
Think he's ever gonna get something?
who, Mizurugi?
Yeah, you think he's ever gonna like really like get something against Kazuma again?
No. I think he's in his head. Like, because he's always fought nobles that are honorable and everything, but because Kazuma is such a sleazeball and he doesn't fight fair or anything, I think he'll never win. Because unless he thinks that mentally, I think he would eventually get him if he kind of like did what they did in Ghost of Tsushima, where instead of being honorable, you have to be filthy and nasty. But yeah, I don't see it happening. He's gonna keep constantly failing because of his honor. But he straight up waterboarded him.
Yeah,
this
he
episode.
got waterboarded, and you know what was funny is when they were resuscitating him, it looked like he was getting waterboarded by the water coming out of him.
He was filled to the brim with water, and the girl was pushing the water.
Oh my god!
It's like,
Oh yeah.
damn.
Ellie brings up as well, after this episode, the ladies like him more. That's a win for him. That's true. What the hell is happening? Why are they seeing Kazuma is more desirable? Am I
Wait,
missing something?
who was the ladies?
Oh, Megumin for one.
Megumin was in love with Kazuma this episode.
Lubby-dubby.
She was like, "Oh, he's so cool looking, Kakui."
Kakui.
Yep, so cool. And then, well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think Darkness was in love. She loved being binded, but that was it. Speaking of Darkness, she is very level-headed this season.
Yeah, what the hell is this season is so strange. Like it's not like, like Bizarro Land, but Darkness being the level-headed figure at all? This is the same girl that Kazuma threw into like what did like she was dragged. But
like a bunch of chocobos were after him, and he just
they tied her up and dragged her, and then at the end of the end of season 2 or maybe season 1, he threw her into like a something. What did he throw her into?
I don't know, but I do remember the chocobos and how she was being dragged. I think that was season 2. That was hilarious.
And when Kazuma opens the door, Darkness is like, immediately she knows it's him, so she's like, thief. I'm going to swing.
Power swing. And the funny thing is, they would have gotten away with it flawlessly, but because Aqua is a fucking goddess and she's super powerful, even when she's drunk, just like almost ruins their plans all the time. And it just makes me laugh because she's just like, if it means to stay another day, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to stop you thieves. Aqua.
God. Aqua as well. I think you pointed it out, EA, or maybe it was Carp, but she's been drunk this entire season.
Yeah, I was saying that. I was basically saying that this whole season she's drank nonstop.
Now, here's the question. Who's the worst alcoholic? Aqua or Yoko from the Fable?
Aqua. Always drinking.
Lightning Eagle in the chat says, oh wait, Decrepit Storm says, I love Kazuma. Ellie says, cause darkness is great. Also, darkness has previous level-headed moments like the court scene or getting ready to blow herself. Hold on. For the demon mask guy, but she is more sensible. She was crushing Chris. The palm was crazy. Decrepit Storm says when he used Bind on darkness, it was one of the first times we saw normal darkness this season. That's true. That's true. Midnight says, you live with and face life and death with someone gonna catch feels on some level. That's a good point. It's just a little interesting. It's these idiots. But then again, I guess, idiots sort of find each other, right? Ellie says, also maybe darkness is just more of the royal system than the rest of the cast, so she's more serious. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can say...
Wrong!
Who knows? Let's see. Also, Chris was in this episode. What did you guys think about Chris coming back?
Getting violated again. Kazuma just rubbing his back up against her and everything. I forgot why.
Boy.
Just copping a feel. Oh yeah. They were like, she's a silver-haired boy. She's like, do I look like that much of a boy? Yeah, it's probably just a small figure.
Yeah, no. What did he use? He called her like she had like a rigid frame or something like that.
It's like super skinny, and I'm thinking when she's just flat, I think that's maybe what he was referring to.
Yeah, I don't know how someone could mistake Chris for a boy though. It kind of seems distinctly female to me. What with the tube top and the jean shorts.
I mean, this is anime. We have boys wearing the same stuff in their traps. It's like, I'm a guy.
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, Blendass taught us all about that. It also taught us a lot about smoking weed every day. Also, at the end of the episode, he has the ring, and basically Darkness tells him that, this ring is really important. Do not let it get it stolen. And what was the story? It was like whoever possesses the ring is like defeated, like the Demon King or whatever.
It's a very oddly specific rule that just so happens to be in Kazuma's favor. Whoever is in possession of this ring, who also defeats the Demon King, who also is like patting their head and rubbing their belly and doing a handstand while reciting the Star Spangled Banner, will then get married to Iris, apparently. In that order.
Yeah. It is a little funny. The fact that this ring has all of these steps.
And even if he was to give it back to her and go, you drop this, apparently they would kill him. Just to keep the secret safe.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
It's like, what sense does that make? You know what I would do if that was... I would trick some fucking thief to say, hey, the princess, she'll give you a reward. Give this ring back to her and then have him killed.
He'd like give it to... so like, he give it to Mitsurugi. That's who he give it to.
Mitsurugi. See this ring? I found it on the ground. It was Prince Iris. How do you know? It doesn't matter. Here, just take this, give it back to her. She'll reward you greatly. Oh, thanks. You're the best. No problem. Goes up there and gets his head fucking cut off.
By the way, Iris knows that Kazuma has the ring.
So that means she knew it was him in the mask.
So are we going to see a battle between the two lollies, Megumin and Iris, over Kazuma's love?
I hope not. Even though we kind of already did at the end of the episode, where they were both doing the Rock'em Sock'em Robot thing at the end.
Yeah, they were fighting each other. Yeah. What is a worse fate? Being just in the world of KonoSuba, or being in the world of KonoSuba and having Iris and Megumin fight over you?
I don't know.
It's interesting, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Decrepit Storm in the chat says Chris was in episode 4, but I guess somebody wouldn't know that, so I still haven't watched episode 4.
Still, you're gonna go the whole season without ever watching episode 4.
Yeah, we're about done with it, so there you go. Satsuki, you've been rather silent. You have any profound thoughts?
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
All right.
I don't have much to say.
Well, we're gonna have to say something because it's a killer pass week this week. What are we thinking?
Oh, I think this is, in my opinion, an easy pass. I love me some KonoSuba. It's funny. It's great. It's exciting. I look forward to it every week. And it's a nice, charming show with the funs and stuff and the hyvens.
So, that means... I, as well, also give it a... And a couple more. And one more. And another. And a couple
Oh my
more.
god. Okay, that's enough.
This was a fun episode. I really enjoyed it. I give it a pass.
I mean, the season for me has been enjoyable. I don't think I was a big fan of this episode. So it's like a courtesy pass for me.
Oh no. We don't have a soundboard for that one.
Yeah, we do.
Boo! You stink!
Bring it on. Bring it on.
That was the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Throw the tomatoes. Throw the tomatoes.
Maybe it's maybe we could throw in a
No cap.
I don't think people would agree with that.
Isn't No Cap telling the truth,
I don't
though?
know. Or hey, we could throw in one of these.
I love Hutao and Megumin.
No.
We need to get rid of those.
What? That's a good one.
I love
We
Hutao
need-
and Megumin.
No, we need to replace them with something else.
Or maybe this one?
God, you're so hot. Step on me.
We will never use those again.
Except for in Satsuki's time of need, when he has no one to turn to but the soundboard.
He's got some tomatoes.
I got 3 tomatoes.
Damn.
Maybe you can make a tomato sound effect. You know, like a splat.
Well, life gives you tomatoes, make pizza. Or whatever they said.
Don't forget the cheese.
Well, let's go ahead and let's talk about Demon Slayer Man, episode 4, man. Or
Ooh.
season 4, man, episode 2, dude.
Oh my.
This episode was... I loved this episode personally just because of the Tomioka stuff. But most of this episode was really just centered around, well, Tomioka and Kaguya. When he sends Tanjiro a letter, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna die, but I need you to basically be persistent with Tomioka and do something to help him get through what he's dealing with." And it turns out what he's dealing with is a lot of traumatic stuff that's happened throughout his past. We get some nice backstory on Sabito here, which Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've ever gotten a backstory on that. But it was a really nice way to tie in the first season, because we know who killed Sabito, and we know that Sabito also the spirits of Sabito helped Tanjiro get through his training. So it's a kind of like it comes full circle kind of thing for these two. But basically, we learn about Tomioka's past and how he lost his sister to a demon attack, where his sister basically sacrificed her life to make sure that he survived. And because of that, he's carried with him a lot of this survivor's guilt for a very long time. And it's really just weighing down on him quite a bit. And Tanjiro's job is to basically help him get through that. And he's successful in doing so. And I think, for me, what makes this episode good is the fact that how good they represented some of the issues that Tomioka went through. But EA, what did you think about the episode?
I have a feeling this is basically going to be a precursor to this whole season. It's basically just going to be a lot of flashbacks, a lot of training, and I don't know. I feel like this season is going to be not bad, but just kind of very mundane. Maybe it's not a bad thing. It does kind of like take everything at a slower pace, and you get to know the characters a little more, especially with what's his name? Gyu?
Yeah, Gyu Tomioka.
Gyu. Yeah, he is super edgy this episode.
The edge Hashira.
He really is like, I'm not good enough. You guys are better than me. I suck.
Already retire. I'm no longer the water Hashira.
Yeah, exactly. But then Tanjiro was like, let's eat soba. And he just changed.
Contest.
Let's have an eating contest, and all of a sudden he wanted to train him.
Hey!
Yeah, he kept calling him. He's like, I'm coming in. Maybe he meant to say he was leaving.
Yeah. I love that scene. I feel like when Kaguya gave him a blank check to be as annoying as humanly possible, I feel like Tanjiro was like, this is my calling. This is what I'm here for, is to annoy the shit out of Tomioka. And he took it. He did it.
In fairness to him, this wasn't like a natural reaction for him, because he asked one of the
Aoi. He asked Aoi.
Yeah. What is, I'm trying to remember, what is their like family name? I can't remember their family name.
Aoi's family name?
Shinobu. No, it's like Shinobu's last name. Shinobu. Kocho, yeah. The Kocho. Like that estate. But yeah, he asked her for help on like how, because before he even went there, he was trying to figure out what he should say and whatnot, and he even thought back to what Kaguya wrote to him, and that's why he kept pressing on. So it's not like he was like, all right, all right, time to be annoying as hell. He just didn't really know how else to help him. Because there really was no other way to help him. Especially with a person like Gyu who's super edgy. This is like Naruto trying to get Sasuke to go outside.
I watch and I read, and I think this may be because of all of the studying I've did in college and school with sociology and psychology. But I really love the way that Tanjiro approached, and Aoi approached how to handle people like Tomioka and what they're going through, because Tanjiro, he's sort of confused. He's like, I don't know how to help him. Like, what would you do, Aoi? And Aoi's like, well, I don't know what to do, but what I can tell you is that I got some of this food, so you share it with him. And basically what Aoi was suggesting there, and maybe she knew it or maybe she didn't, is just showing kindness. And that, like no strings attached, just kindness. That's usually how you get through to people like that. You don't barge in and you're like, hey, get up, get moving. asshole, get a job. It's usually you have to start with no expectations. And of course, food's a really good way to do that too, because everyone loves food. So I really love that approach starting out. And of course, Tanjiro is very persistent throughout it. And I think it's really interesting because the first episode did this too. There was some callbacks to Mugen Train with Rengoku, and this episode did another callback to Rengoku again that I really appreciated. And it was kind of near the middle to end of this episode where Tanjiro is following Tomioka, and he's trying to like understand and empathize and see through his shoes what he's going through. And he has this moment where he remembers, well, I've went through something similar, and he remembers obviously the "Set Your Heart Ablaze" speech from that what Rengoku told him, and that helps him understand better how to approach Tomioka. And he basically gives Tomioka this irrefutable argument where he's like, are you going to not pass on this gift that Sabito gave you? And I love that because you can't argue against that. And so when he hears that, the winds of change that come in, and his eyes wide and all this stuff, and he realizes, oh, that's right. And he remembers everything what he was doing all this for in the first place, and what Sabito told him in the first place, which was to basically be strong in that you survived this, and there's pretty much nothing wrong with that, and continue pushing and moving forward, right? And I just love the simplicity of how that was resolved with Tomioka's character, because I think it's just because of what Tanjiro said. It was just really, 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 really concise, to the point writing, and I just loved how they dealt with Tomioka, because I've been in Tomioka's shoes. Like, I've had similar experiences to Tomioka in terms of his mental health issues. So I really related to Tomioka in this episode, and Tanjiro and Rengoku. And that I think this is one of the better episodes overall in terms of writing for Demon Slayer that they've ever done. I think Mugen Train and this are probably the best writing, I would say, so far. But that's just me personally. What do you think, Satsi?
So there's not really much to add on to that. This episode was just showing up first and foremost, showing us what was wrong with Giyu, because he left the Hashira when they were trying to train, and everybody was wondering what the hell is wrong with Giyu. And I think one thing that set this off is Kaguya not being there, because Kaguya is kind of like a lot of these Hashira's father figure. So once he's not there to keep their head on straight, then they're starting to doubt themselves, and I think Kaguya even said as much, that Giyu like doesn't see the good in himself sometimes, and undervalues himself. So Kaguya not being present, he's dying at this moment. So there's a lot of things going on in Giyu's mind. He's thinking that he's not strong enough for the training to bear fruit, because he wasn't strong enough in his past. So a lot of the issues that maybe weren't resolved then are coming to the light now. And for Tanjiro, going through what he went through with Rengoku, even though he hasn't necessarily lived up to Rengoku, he's not as strong. He's not like Hashira level. You can argue some things, but I don't really see him like that. But Rengoku's life was given, or it was taken for life to be given to Tanjiro, to Inosuke, to Zen, to him
Herman
to.
Head.
I dread it every day. It should have been him. It should have been him instead.
Oh, I agree.
But yeah, that was the gift that he gave them. So it's on you to, make good on the sacrifice that they made. I think that's the important thing, and that's what Giyu is looking to do. What happened, but you can't, wallow in despair and just give up. Like, that was the gift that was given to him. So make good on it, and who knows? You could even surpass him. Tanjiro could surpass Rengoku, and Giyu could surpass Sabito. But it's on him to, actually take action, take the initiative to put in the work to get to that point. And stop thinking about hypotheticals too. Because he was thinking, if he was here, then yeah. But other than that, the episode really honed in on that specifically, so it's really not that much to talk about.
Yeah, it was. I think Demon Slayer lives and dies by the sword of simplicity, and I think it really helps it in moments like these, and I think it really harms it in maybe the first episode, because I remember last week you guys weren't super fond of the first episode, in relatively, right? So I think that's one of the ways that it really helps with this series. So I just appreciated the episode overall, and I really enjoyed it. So I don't know.
Shinobu time.
Yeah, Shinobu. Yeah, at the very end of the episode,
Whispering sweet nothings into Sasuke's ear.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you how my sister died.
And I'm going to tell you how to kill the damn bastard that killed her.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Especially because we don't know how her sister died. I know I think it was at the end of season 1, I think. We got her obvious Shinobu's backstory. We know her backstory, we know Kanao's backstory. We do not know Kane's. And we're missing certain parts of Shinobu's backstory, but I imagine the next episode is going to hone in on what happened to Kane, and because that's how this episode ends, right? So it's interesting though that she says she's going to give Kanao how to kill this demon. We all know, like, each of the demons have, like, their own sort of, like, little special ways to get out of death. Like, I remember Daki's was they tried to slice her head off and she turned her neck into a ribbon. And then there was the guy from the last season that had, like, he split off his personalities and stuff. So I wonder what this one is going to be. And I wonder if we're actually going to get, like, a multiple mini arc with Kane, if it's this important. But it could just be like a 1-episode flashback and that's it. Who knows? As well with Kanao, I think it's interesting the fact that she's sort of acting more on her own free will at this point. If you remember back in season 1 at the very end, she was flipping coins to decide what she wanted, heads or tails. She's like Two-Face, but wholesome and adorable.
It's a tails, kitty cat.
But if you remember, Tanjiro flipped the coin for her and said, heads, you have to decide what you want to do from now on. And or that may have been at the end of Mugen Train, actually, or the beginning of it. But so ever since then, she's been acting on her own free will, and now she's gotten to the point where Shinobu, thinks she's matured enough and grown enough to know something like this. So it shows there's a lot of trust in this season being put on Kanao.
Yeah, and there's supposed to be something big in regards to Shinobu and Tamayo, where she's supposed to be going to the Demon Corps headquarters, and they're supposed to link up and figure out a way to take out Muzan, which is interesting because, and it makes a lot of sense considering Shinobu is the insect Hashira, uses poison and whatnot, and poisons and medicines are like directly related. So they're going to supposedly link up and come up with something.
Yeah, they're gonna. My theory is that they're gonna get Freerin to do the kiss attack to Muzan.
I think that would end his life pretty quickly.
Or you just get really angry and kill a whole bunch of his subordinates.
Yeah, he's like, I just got kissed by a 1,000-year-old elf. Everyone dies.
But none of you guys. None of the actual people attacking me. You're good.
Right. None of the heroes. Only the villains. Because they fucked up. Chamon
thrusts, grabs his crotch and thrusts into killing.
Does the moonwalk. Smooth Criminal starts playing.
But yeah, very simple episode. Anyone have anything else to add on?
Tanjiro is definitely a nice kid.
I love him.
Yeah, he's Sasuke's nephew.
I've changed wanting to raise Tanjiro. I want Tanjiro to raise me.
You want him to be your dad?
Yes. And Nezuko can be my... What would Nezuko be? Aunt? What would that... Yeah, aunt?
I guess, yeah, aunt, since it's his sister.
Demon aunt that can only say, Imosuke, Imosuke.
Welcome back, Imosuke.
So dumb. Let's talk about Spice and Wolf episode 8. This is where we are properly introduced to a brand new character, Nora Arendt. Which I think we're all familiar with her, but...
We got a jealous Holo in the mist.
Oh my god, she was so jelly this entire episode.
She was completely gel.
Hey, Holo, what do you think of the shepherd? I am much cuter than her.
The very first thing she says, I'm much cuter. It's like that's not what I asked, but okay.
I like how at some point Kraft is just like, he's just like, oh, all right, whatever. Okay, if she were cute, and it just like plays into it. I love it.
Yeah. Then there's the moment where he tries to tease her because he knows that she's jealous of Nora, and he tries to like. He's like, oh yeah, I am a pretty smooth talker myself, and then Holo just starts laughing at him.
Just busts up laughing.
Yeah, Laura's got a big head, man. He really thought
he's so good at business.
He was cool.
He thinks.
Yeah.
He thinks women are like businesses. That's fine.
Yeah.
They're always open.
Yeah. Whoa. Get him.
Isn't that a business?
Get him.
All right.
She's like 7-Eleven, open 24 hours a day.
Get him.
Enough. Enough. Enough.
Oops.
Nora's so yeah, she's a great shepherdess, acknowledged by Holo, so she keeps the wolves away. So it's not just a jealousy thing. I think it's also just because of who she is that would, make Holo not as opening about her. And it's interesting too because with Lawrence, striking up a conversation with her and whatnot, I think the reason why these two characters connected was that they both know what solitude is. Because with her job, she's literally just by herself with her dog and the rest of the sheep, and she's for the most part she this is not a normal thing for her. She's not escorting people, so she's always on a roll by herself in the field in the forest by herself, and that's how Lawrence used to be. So I think them having like a sense of loneliness and kind of connecting through that made sense why they struck up a good conversation.
Yeah. It is really interesting in that regard. I think all parties maybe know loneliness, obviously to different degrees. Nora on her own, tending to the sheep. By the way, she was really good. She just lifted an arm, and that dog, like, that was impressive. And then but Holo as well. She's a goddess. There aren't too many of those, right? So that her existence in of itself.
I got a couple of them.
You do?
Yeah.
No.
Which ones?
Let's see. I'm looking right now. I have the goddess of exercise. I have the god
elf
of punching bag, and I have I have Goku.
Impressive collection.
I mean, he's a Super Saiyan god, so I mean,
oh my
there
god.
you go.
Decrepit Storm says the dog just came up from the ground like in JJK. That's true. That dog, Nora, she's impressive as a sheep herder. I like how, also, doesn't Holo at the beginning of the episode call her a sorceress, or was that last episode?
I think that was maybe the end of last episode.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's also really funny. Because she's like this, just like this dainty, innocent looking sheep herder. And Holo is just mad jealous.
Yeah, she also probably doesn't like her because she's a shepherd.
That too. That as well.
And she even said she wanted a taste of sheep meat.
Yeah.
She wanted the sheep guts. She wanted haggis.
I always kind of like that about Holo, where she has these moments where she says these really gratuitous things that because she's a wolf. For her, that's normal, but for us humans, it's like, oh, that's gruesome, like violent. Why would you do that? They're poor little sheep. We wear them. We don't eat them.
She also said this episode that if trouble were to arise in the city and they pissed off any knights or anything, that she would escape with Lawrence in her mouth. So that was pretty fun.
How cute. She thinks he's a chew toy. Hey, drop it. What do you got in your mouth?
That has to happen.
You got Lawrence.
Some point in the future of this series, Holo has to transform into a wolf and carry him in her mouth. Like that. It's almost like that. Sasi, you may remember this. Remember in One Piece when Shirahoshi was in the fucking shark, and the shark was trying not to vomit up this gigantic mermaid lady.
Wait, the shark?
Yeah, remember Shirahoshi went inside of a gigantic flying shark as a disguise.
I'll have to see it again. Fishman Island's been a long ass time,
And probably something worth forgetting because of Sanji.
Oh,
That's a
yes.
different thing.
But Another thing with Nora is that she wanted to be a tailor, and it seems like she's having money issues. She's employed by the church, but apparently the church isn't really paying her that well. We got like little clues and glances that make you think that something weird is going on, because when she went back into the city, we saw like a priest look at her, and it didn't look like the look that you would give a friend or somebody that you liked. So something odd is going on in that regard. But I guess we'll see more of her later. And Lawrence returned back to his trading house to meet up with his fellow associates. So that was another thing. You know, Lawrence actually has not really friends, I guess, but associates. Acquaintances.
Yeah, compadres.
Yeah. And they've known him since he, first started this whole merchant thing. So he's like, remember you went to the brothel and you pissed in a girl's bed and we all said it was ginger ale.
This means Lawrence is not a virgin.
I wouldn't expect that, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, you never know how animes are. There's people that are in their 30s that are apparently still virgins and they got giant boobs and are extremely hot and they never had a boyfriend in their life. Give me a break.
Yeah, Kraft.
It could happen.
Kraft, yeah, he does fit that bill. He's that perfect anime guy. He's really handsome, kind of rugged, but also youthful enough. Yeah, anime usually would be like, he's a virgin, but no, I think being on the road that much, you gotta,
You gotta penetrate.
you gotta tend to yourself.
You gotta have a release.
You gotta, yeah. Gotta...
Profit!
Oh, spice. Ooh, profit. Trade.
He's very clinical about it too.
Yeah,
Like
he's
he's not doing it for the sex. He's just doing it to get the release so he can go back to working.
Yeah.
I find this more efficient.
He's not all about the money. He's all about the release. It's like, I trade a lot of things. But if you don't want to give me money, we can trade other things.
Oh my god.
Oh, speaking of that reminded me of something. So when he went into the city, the tariffs were like looking at his merchandise, the armor that he exchanged with the guy that they basically extorted. And two different tariffs looked at his stuff and they were like, I don't know, it was just something weird going on when they looked at it. They were like, hey, did you get this armor from this place? And then Lawrence was like, yeah, I'm ready to sell. And they're like, okay. So something's going on. And at the end of the episode, there was a person who was supposed to relay a message to Lawrence, but of course we didn't get what that message was. So something weird is going on. I said this before, but one thing to note about this city is that it's super religious. We are in the heart of the church. That's why Lawrence warned Polo to be on her best behavior and not to walk the streets drunk, because if you piss off a night here, the church can be on you in a heartbeat like that. Like, this is not the place where you want to cause any trouble. Like, if they did what they did in a previous city, in this city, they would have probably been dead.
Damn. They picked the wrong place to bring in a goddess, I suppose.
Yeah,
That's
this
true.
is like going into like a GTA military base with 5 stars.
Yeah.
That's a great description. I do love what you posted, Saskia, about how Lawrence was treating Holo like a little kid, and she was like, I'm not a little kid. You don't need to give me you don't want no bread then? And she's like, I do. Begrudgingly.
Yeah, this I really love their relationship because it's a lot of teasing back and forth. It's a lot of I don't know it's a lot of fronting and whatnot. But whenever they get real, they just get real with each other, and I like that. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she still wants that pickled honey fucking apple thing. She still wants it.
Watch that be her like ultimate goal in all of this to the point where she forgets about her original goal.
She's like, what was I gonna be doing again? Fuck that. Give me this honey pickled fruit.
Give me that honey bunches of oat.
Give me honey bunches of oats. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool little episode. Pretty neat. I really don't remember much from Spice and Wolf, so I feel as if I forgot a lot of stuff. But on the second watch through, I'm enjoying it. Is everything pretty much how it was originally? Like, has there been many changes or deviations from the original anime that you notice?
It's been pretty consistent. Even with the light novel, is pretty consistent. Of course, it's like things cut out for the sake of you can't write all that exposition in the anime form. But
Right.
as far as like anime to anime, we were talking about like the 2000
And
2008. Yeah, I think it was like 2008, 2009.
Late
That anime
2000s.
to this anime, it's pretty consistent. The only real change was Lawrence's friend. In the original one, Lawrence's friend was a female character. In this one, it was how it was intended to be. It was a dude. But no, it's pretty consistent.
I feel, and maybe this is just me not watching the original one in a long time, they made Holo even cuter in this series. Doing the freaking dance and the ears and all that shit.
Yeah,
I think that was the goal.
Yeah, because she's a VTuber now, they made it to appeal to a more modern anime goer to update it. Because in the previous one, she was still very flirty and stuff, but she was more smooth, kind of, a little bit more mature, if I remember correctly.
I think it's still the same. I think it's the voice actress that kind of makes her seem a little different because the dub just Holo sounds a lot more. She sounds like an aristocrat. Not saying that this sub Japanese voice is bad or anything like that. I get a different feeling for Holo based on the voices sometimes. With the dub, like there's this air of royalty almost when it comes to Holo, just like how she how she talks. And as for the designs and whatnot, I think they made the designs more closer to the light novel because this is this is how she looks in the light novel, and I think this is more closer to the anime we have now than the old anime.
Wow. Cool.
Holo best girl. Confirmed.
But I'm definitely enjoying it a lot better this time around. I think maybe I was, I don't know, too young or too just bored.
Probably not in the mood for
what
it. That's what it comes down to a lot with me personally. It's just.
I think it was probably the mood too.
As soon as I open this volume up, there's Holo's feet in here.
Eh? Well, it's for them feet lovers out there, I guess.
What's he doing? Is he giving her a massage?
Is he? I think so. Holo stood there with an obvious glower, and Elsa turned to look at Lawrence. I am happy to see you two so close, but are you perhaps spoiling your partner a little too much? Elsa scolded him, and he had no choice but to offer a humble apology. See, Holo, cold water feels good too.
So a little foot rub. My feet are needs a little massage.
Amy, while watching this scene go down, says,
It goes
Light Ruler said I had it saved. It's literally look open. It's literally.
You got it saved physically.
I was gonna say that's pretty damning evidence right there. That's a physical. Yeah, you can't deny that, unless there's like some Mandela effect going on.
You got to delete it from your real life hard drive, which is your bookcase.
Decrepit says, "Don't let C see
I'm
that."
not in defeat. Why do people think that?
Oh.
This is Burb. This is Adora Burb's fault. You know that, right? He's the one who started all this shit.
I believe it. Didn't Burb also? Well,
He
you know
started
what?
everything.
Maybe I shouldn't say. he said you were a furry, that you like feet, that you like Vladilena. Well, actually, no, that was you. That was you. Many seasons, many years ago, you said that you love Vladilena.
I swear to God, he's gonna come up with something when he comes back from his vacation, his trip. He's gonna come up with something diabolical.
Yeah, he's gonna like talk about God knows what.
Storm says,
are an ass.
Physical version of
Who
what
is the
Slime
ass?
Daddy did in episode 1.
You're the ass.
What does Slime Daddy do in episode 1 again?
He deletes
He has a
all
whole
of
bunch
his.
of porn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
Deletes
throws the
his
computer
whole.
in the bathtub. That was his dying wish.
That was his fucking dying wish. It wasn't tell my father and mother I love them. Tell whatever that I'm sorry I died. No, he said delete my porn.
Also, he could have just taken the hard drive out. He'd have to throw the whole computer, monitor, keyboard, mouse, desk, room into the bathtub.
It's more efficient.
The crazy thing is, he actually fucking did it. That's the thing that
Hey,
I'm
he's
like,
a real homie, though.
wow, he's a real one. He really is. But my God,
We said all these exact same things when episode 1 aired, and we're just regurgitating it. You know.
everything's come full circle from the first episode of KOA to now.
Yeah, we're working on a square next time. Full square.
We're gonna have like a full like Septicon or whatever, a Decacon.
Yeah, we're gonna have a full Decepticon here in a moment.
That's right, Decrepit. They did. They had a message on screen saying "Never attempt this." I forgot about that.
Which is true. Never attempt that. That's good hardware. You don't waste that stuff.
What the? Okay, my bad. I just found out the character, the person who voices Yukari for Persona also voices Jotaro from Danganronpa. That scares me. Oh, it's a. You wouldn't get it. Hey, baby.
Okay.
One day. I own all Danganronpa games now, Satsuki. Every single one of them.
Play V3.
I have to get through V1 first. I think I'm like right after the end of the first trial in the first one. So.
Dream it.
One day. Anything else about this episode?
That's about it.
Yeah. Next week is a killer pass.
Yep, we're killing it.
You always say that. You just have bloodlust in your veins.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of bloodlust, let's talk about Ranger Reject because Yumeko, she was in this episode.
Satsuki, we picked this woman to be your girl.
Wait, what?
Is it true?
Hisui.
Oh, sorry. Hisui.
We gotta talk about it, Satsuki. Speak up.
Come on, speak. We gotta talk about it. Come on, let's do this. Break it down.
Say?
Is this your girl?
Hisui?
Yeah.
Yes.
Woo! We called it. See, we called it.
We were seeing this woman beat all these men up, and me and EA were like, "This is Satsuki's woman."
Yeah, I kid you not. Every 2 minutes, she would do something. And I would be like, "Yeah, this is Satsuki's woman." Do something else cool. this is Sasuke's woman. I think the last bit of the episode, C Tactics was like, this is Satsuki's a woman.
I don't like that you guys came to that conclusion based on that, because that is not when she became my favorite character. It was way later down the line.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's Hisui.
She does have all the traits of somebody that you would like, though. You would have to admit that.
She's a spunky high school girl
What?
With attitude.
with attitude.
I do like the ones with attitudes.
But that's the thing, Sasuke. What C Tactics just said was something that she called herself.
Yeah,
she described herself as a spunky high schooler.
I'm a spunky high schooler. I don't care if you're older than me. You better address me with the honorific.
Above you, Tokita, you dumb bitch.
And then she kicks the shit out of him once he doesn't call her with a song.
Bro, I loved that about this episode. She didn't matter whose side anyone was on. She had fists and hands for everyone. Legs, kicked Tokita right in the face.
I think it just goes to show you how strong we know how crazy the Dragon Keepers are. You know, Red, we've seen what he could do with just his bare hands. But it also goes to show you how strong the juniors are, because these are the people who are second in command. And we didn't see everybody do anything, but Hisui is a second command for green, and Yumiko is second in command for yellow. And we literally saw Yumiko get hit by a fucking truck and then not be affected.
She has to have some kind of teleport thing. Maybe.
Was she actually hit by it?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, maybe she jumped out of the way or teleported.
Well, all I know is that thing came flying in there, and then the next thing you see is just her with her arms around the guy's leg. Good attempt. Good try.
Yeah. Just pats both of them on the shoulder. You almost got me, guys.
I'd be fucking terrified.
Huh?
Imagine a woman who looks like Yumiko, and you're like, all right, we gotta kill her. You fail in killing her, and she knows you failed. That's scary.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be I don't want to be a ranger anymore at that point. I'm going home.
Just looking at you with the dead eyes.
That's like if you see Undertaker come into like your vicinity and the lights go out in the middle of broad daylight. You gotta leave. Get out of there.
I'm a monster right now. See, punish me.
Oh damn.
Yeah, she was really in her sadistic mode this episode.
But dude, how many Star Wars references can you have in one episode? Got the lightsabers and the blasters.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say Negi Haruba watched Star Wars as a kid.
I mean, it's a very
watched a lot of
inspirational
Gundam, either one
movie. Yeah, I love the weapons. I love the fighting. We even got to see some of the other. D's just incredible. Just bringing up, just first of all, bringing up lead and coming up with an attack plan and doing the old switcheroo with their faces and pretending that they were attacking one another. So great, so genius. Loved it. It's kind of what pissed off Hisui. Gosh. Hisui, and just kicked her right in the face because of the fact that he changed and almost hit her. But yeah, D is he's gonna go down in history in the Hall of Fame as one of the greatest villains. And I'm talking about like what are they called again? The monsters invaders. One of the greatest invaders of all time. because he's doing way more than anyone ever has.
Yeah,
So,
at least since
good for him.
they probably started the invasion. Yeah, let's say so.
We finally have the name of the monster in the closet too. Is Double X.
Yeah, XX. I just call her X, or you can call her Twitter. Either one.
Twitter.
Tweet.
Yeah.
She's interesting.
What was that you said, C? Just give her one more X and she would be...
Yeah, triple X.
She'd be triple X.
Porn woman?
No, Vin Diesel. Triple X.
Things I do for this country.
They didn't show... I'm looking at some old panel. I gotta show you this because this panel is just so good.
Also, Rising's in the chat. What's up?
Yo,
Long time no
Rising.
see, Rising. How you
Good.
doing?
I'm gonna post this for EA because this is a great shot of everybody.
Let's see. Oh, nice. Nice. Those are all the stand-in monsters. Cool.
Well, the second in command save Tokita since the second in command for Red is dead.
I want to know what happened with the blue second in command. She just walked and knocked those two guys out like nothing. I'm like, what did she do? The big dude you saw, he had super strength. You know, Hisui throws up daggers, and you know, Himiko, we don't know what the fuck she does, but yeah, the blue girl, I'm just like, wonder what she does. Curious.
I'm also honestly, I'm kind of scared to find out. Like, I think she's gonna be extremely evil. She's gonna be, you know what she's gonna be like? She's gonna be like Sugar.
Sugar.
Oh, you got the Sugar in One Piece? So they show Sugar's power?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, Usopp fired, I get Usopp at Sugar to defeat her.
She has one of the most broken devil fruits I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, it's terrifying. You get turned into a doll. No one remembers you, but you remember, and you have to do what they say.
Insane.
Yeah, EA's got to get a shotgun for that one.
For sure.
Or else.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's creepy. Look at those dark eyes.
Look at this man. Yeah, okay. I might have to reread Ranger Reject. These panels, they see, they don't add some of the things that make Ranger Reject really funny. Look at this panel, EA. Look at just how she looks at the.
She
she
looks happy. She's like, I'm sorry, hit me in the face.
That's evil and
oh my god, yeah.
It's the same fucking look.
She is just like Yubo and the Joker too. Hit me! Ah! Hit me! Ah! Wow, what a face!
She's crazy. She cray, but still best girl. I mean, what other options do you have in this series?
You have a lot of options. Angel was pretty awesome.
I was about to say Angel got a little bit more this episode.
Forgot about all the
she got a little bit of the rub. She showed what she could do, even though D kind of like insulted her in a way. You should quit being a ranger and become an artist. And she's like, I don't know how to take that.
Let me do the hand wavy thing. Yeah, she was great. She had a. You think she's gonna, when you first see her, like she's gonna be not useless, but like meek and just out of the way. But no, she actually pinned Hisui to the ground. I think that's notable. Cause
she did. She did a flying attack.
Yeah, and she's the one to pin Hisui. And when I saw when she did that, I immediately went, "This is Satsuki's woman."
He did. That's exactly what he said.
What?
Did you not see the frame when she pinned her to the ground and she looked up and she's like, "I love that look on your face."
That's a better look.
Oh
I like
yeah,
that
she
look.
did say that.
Yeah, I immediately went. This.
You know
this
the funny,
is Satsuki's
the funny
wife.
part is, I didn't even think of it like that. This is you.
I don't know what you're
Speak-
talking about.
Speaking of people getting their asses kicked, Shion got his ass beat from here to Timbuktu.
Yeah, Negi Haruba really hates the edgy lone wolves.
He's like, yeah, let's fucking do it.
Yeah. He got beat up by the red guy. He got beat up by Hisui. I swear this guy has every broken bone in his body. And just he's not recovering from this anytime soon.
He is,
But-
yeah. He got
but-
Deku'd.
But D absolutely knew how to play into his favor with him, where he's like, you're probably too broken and beat up to take on this guy. It's okay, just sit, I'll take care of this. But even before that, I loved how Shion was like, I work alone. I'm a lone wolf, and D's just like, okay, you got it, see ya, and just runs away. I love it, because that's how you should act with people like that. It's like, I work alone. Okay, well then, I'll just be over here, not doing anything. See ya. As they get their ass kicked, you just kind of like shout from the distance. Are you doing okay now? Do you need help? No?
You don't need any help?
I would say, how's that lone wolf mentality going?
Yeah, D, I think... I mean, this episode showcased so many characters, which is really impressive. Like, they gave... I can't even think of a character they didn't give a shine. They were able to make everyone look good, or at the very least progress character arcs to make them more interesting characters, like with Kai. But also, like, even when we saw Komachi or whatever, the blue lolly, like, I'm scared of her now, and all we saw was just two people lying at her feet, And Hisui, I mean, God. Angel, I mean, everyone looked good in this episode. But what I think is sort of subtle and underrated is how much D has grown in just these episodes. He went from being this guy who didn't even have enough confidence to, even under disguise, to really keep up the disguise properly or whatever he needed to do. But by this episode, he's like, yo, we got to work together. We got to be a team. We got to do this and that. We got to work towards this goal. He's really come a long way. And I think a lot of that can be, what is the word I'm looking for? Well, a lot of it is because of, I think, Yumiko. She's helped him quite a bit. I think a lot of those early lessons in those early episodes really made him wise up. And then as well, seeing the situation he's in, which is he is in a ranger facility 24/7. He is not only an invader, but he has one in his closet, and his sister, air quote sister, is in love with him and is a ranger. A keeper. Like, yeah, you gotta get your ducks.
Gotta give it up to the man.
The dude, he is, man, he's got a little bit of a glow up.
Yeah, he's definitely the shining beacon of the series for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. True underdog too, because even though he has a great ability being able to disguise himself as anybody, and also like disguising his body parts and whatnot, the win condition, or I guess like the condition for him to lose, is just him getting touched. Because if he gets harmed in any way, he gets cut, he's exposed right then and there. So it's not like he has like some godlike ability that can't be. No, it's really easy to figure this dude out. If he's not careful, just like that, he'll be exposed, and he'll be right in the heart of the Rangers. So
Yeah. Yeah, then he's completely screwed after that.
Yeah. He's a really good character. I really love D, and I like Ellie puts in the chat, and he has to act like a guy who is like his opposite, a super nice pacifist. That's another thing too. He has so many hurdles against him, and yet he is finding ways to move forward and clear these hurdles. Sometimes, you know, with the, you know, with barely nothing left, or you know, in the case of Sasura, nearly dying. But he's a really cool character. He really is, and I think it's interesting that he has to become more like Sakurama, and Sakurama has all of these, has all of these very humanist kind of traits to him. So he's gonna learn how to be more of a human too, which I think is really interesting.
do you think
Also, it helps that he gets turned into a hot dude. So.
Oh my god.
this is for EA? Do you think that there'll be a point where D, I guess, starts to sympathize with humans? Because that's one thing that is going to be a thing that he's going to assimilate into the society and maybe have some attachment to some of these people. You know, because once he joins a squadron, you know, then he'll have his own team, and then, you know, might be some camaraderie between the characters he interacts with. Or do you
Yeah.
think he'll stay consistent with how he is now?
That's the thing about those, I guess you could say, plot points or story arcs. Those are so very interesting. You know, those was in Dances with Wolves is like a really good example of something like that. I think, yeah, I really do think, yeah, sure, he at the beginning, he's an invader, he's tired, had enough of this shit, infiltrating, blah, 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 he wants to fight. However, as you say, Sasuke, there is a point where I would think he does grow a little bit of attachment, because you just, it's, I know it's weird to say it's human nature because he's not human, he's an invader, but it's kind of that nature in general where, you know, I don't know, like if you work with somebody, you kind of grow to know them, and then you either choose to become compadres, friends, or I don't know, you don't like working with them, so you just avoid them. But you do work with them every day, and you see them every day. Eventually, you do grow accustomed to that person. And if they do, either they get fired, move on to another department, leave, you do feel a loss. You really do, because you've known them for so long. So I would say yes. I would say he grows feelings for the humans, just because it's hard not to. You know, especially when you get to know these people. Yeah, he's infiltrating them, but deep down, when you really peel back all the layers, even though he's an invader and et cetera and so forth, we're all the same. We just come from different backgrounds. And I think that's what it would be for D. I'd be shocked if he just stuck with the whole, I'm going to kill people, kill humans, all that. He would have to have some sympathy. Some. Maybe he's 70-30, like he still wants to eradicate all humans, but maybe he's just like XX, where he'll kill everybody but leave a few alive.
I was going to say, we even seen it with her, where she's even more hardcore to the cause than he is, considering that she's been on the surface for the duration of those 13 years that they were, you know, doing the performances and whatnot. And even then, she felt sympathy toward, or she, you know, connected with somebody.
Yeah.
To the point where she said, I'll leave you alone. You're cool with me.
Absolutely. So I think, yeah, I honestly think he would grow some attachment to people.
Do we have any changes and thoughts as to what squad D is going to join? Because we got a little more in terms of like what each squad what their like main goal is. So
let's see.
Pink is combat service supports service support specialist. So just supporters, I guess. Green is stealth specialist.
Oh, they're not the weeb. They're not the weeb department.
No, doesn't seem so.
Damn, stealth though, pretty cool. They're ninjas.
Yep. Yellow is yellow research and development intelligence. Blue management specialist. That one I'm a little confused on.
They're like supervisors.
I don't know. I guess they do like the.
We're gonna have to have you come into work on Thursday. Bob,
it's just,
maybe like PR stuff.
It says skilled with working with peers. It's almost like they're supervisors, and you know how they have like meetings at work. It's like, okay, bring it together, everybody. The productivity here, it shows here, is going down. We need to bring our things up.
That could make sense, yeah, because there is a big marketing arm with the keepers. So
I'm thinking maybe it has something to do with that. Yeah.
And then red are the monster exterminators, so they're the fighters.
They're the heavy hitters. Let me think. What would after what he just did? Would he get into? Well, he didn't do the objective, which was to get the key. They just fought.
Well, he did. They have to do it in 3 exams, so there's 2 more left.
Okay, and the next one's gonna be, I'm assuming, different. It's not gonna be the same.
Probably, yeah.
Because this one was kind of more red heavy because they were playing as the monsters, so they were doing monster extermination, and D showed he could hold his own in that department.
Yeah, which is pretty incredible.
But if I was to say, because he did kind of do well where he was like communicating with everybody and kind of leading them, I wouldn't say management. Maybe combat support specialist?
Pink?
Yeah, maybe, but all signs point to red. It makes the most sense story-wise, just because who did he fight originally in the beginning? Red Ranger. So yeah, I think he's gonna lead up and go to red.
I think he's gonna start smooching with Kai.
Who's Kai again?
White hair guy, edgy.
Oh, wasn't his name Wasn't he shown?
That's his last
name. Call it Kai Shone. Okay, my bad. But no, I don't think he's gonna do that. I think Shone's gonna be in a full body cast, and he's not gonna move for months.
Well, that's how it's gonna start. He's gonna be like, Kai's gonna be like, "Oh man, I'm just so pent up. If only someone would help me with my issues."
Sounds like a hentai. It literally sounds like a hentai.
Sadly, it comes from a real life story.
D is not, at least from what I've seen, he doesn't show to be that type of person where he's into that kind of sort of thing. He's more interested in the goal. I don't think he's interested in features.
He's into his grind set. He's not into the ladies or the men.
Yeah, he's not in. He red pilled.
So he really is joining the Red Squadron then.
Oh my god. That's perfect. He's red pilled and he's joining the Red Squadron.
It'd be funny if they had that philosophy for all the squadrons. Like, yeah, the red squad, we're not like those other pussies.
I'm using that for a video. Red pilled.
Yeah,
they just got a brothel in the middle of their headquarters.
And then if you take the blue pill, that means that you're asleep and that you're a sheep.
The soy boy blue.
There you go, the soy boy blue. What if it all comes down to just taking pills? There's all different type of pills. It's like, here, take this green pill. Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Stealth specialist. I'm just curious to know like what that entails. Because he's so
Probably like
green.
covert missions.
She's stealth. The only thing that was stealthy about her was her weapons in her throat.
Yeah.
Okay. That.
Yeah.
Okay. She was like a Orochimaru.
Yeah.
That was very interesting. Like she just comes up, she's just like, "Hey guys, I
I love the sound
I'm
she
like,
made too.
what the fuck? Why do you have the sword there? I even told C when we were watching, I was like, where does she keep her other weapons?
Remember
Yeah, why did she do that?
Remember that movie? I think it's called Major Pain.
Oh, I remember that movie.
Long
Remember how
time
he used
ago.
to sleep with his eyes open? That's what that reminded me of. Oh man.
It's just funny because she didn't need to do that because it's not like they were they didn't have permission to have weapons or whatever. She just did that to look cool, I think.
Oh man.
Satsuki, she is a spunky high school girl.
Yeah, she's spunky.
With attitude. So she gonna puke up her weapons. My God. But yeah, this is a Killer Pass episode. This has been
Killing it.
a very okay. Well, I'm passing it because this has been the most interesting series I've seen, and I know a lot of people are saying, "Ooh, they're taking stuff out of the manga." As a person who hasn't read the manga, I like it. I think it's a good flow.
Paced.
It's a nice flow to it. I enjoy it.
Manga's a little slower.
I'm not hating it at all.
Yeah, I actually tend to agree now with that. Before I didn't know how to think about it too much, but now I'm like, yeah, I think it was a good choice. I think it works better. It's sort of like AOT manga to AOT anime. Like they're both technically the same thing, and I know different. They're like AOT's anime literally adapts AOT's manga like 99.9% accurately, but the point is that they're both different experiences. Like they read and watch totally differently, and I think it's the same with Ranger Reject.
I just realized Hisui has Itsuki's hair.
She has Nino's teeth.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
she
yeah.
definitely got the teeth. Yeah.
I don't know whose tongue she has, but
Girl, what that tongue?
I'm just looking at the panel you showed me. In that case,
yeah, Hisui's pretty cool. Though I like every character so far. I give this one and another and several.
I'm going to come through this fucking. Oh, sorry. What's the name of the mangaka
Negi
again?
Haruba.
Negi Haruba. He really knows how to make characters. He really.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! It's happening. Oh wait, are both EA and Satsuki gone? What just happened? Oh no. Did they both drop out? Am I being heard right now? In the chat? Oh no. Am I the only one here? Well, shit. Oh my god, they both dropped out. Oh, they're back! At the end of KOA, you cannot redo. 3.33.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, both of you dropped out. That was weird. I think Discord shit itself.
We were, me and Sasuke were like, what's he talking about?
Yeah, because we could hear each other. I could hear you, and me and EA could hear each other.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear shit. So, yeah.
Well, what was I saying? Yeah, Negi Haruba, he knows how to make characters. I like what he does with characters. He makes you interested in people. I feel like there's some, mangakas that maybe aren't as good as that, but yeah, Negi Haruba he's good with characters.
Yeah. Yep. Can't wait for them to introduce the new junior for the Red Keeper, which of course is Nino Nakano. It's gonna be great. Can't wait.
She's gonna go up to the Red Keeper and go out with me. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you say? She walks away.
Throws
comes
a
right back.
roofie at him. Swallow that. Eat it.
Okay. Swallow the roofie. And then he's gonna wake up without any clothes on and go, what the fuck just happened? She goes, I'm the Red Keeper now.
she stole his suit and it's like oversized.
Hilarious.
Oh my god. No, she's the Liberty of Ranger Reject. From like the boys. Liberty,
she
remember
comes,
the Nazi?
Oh god, yes, I remember. But I was gonna say, yeah, I can't remember. That's
or
probably
maybe
right.
Storm something.
Stormfront.
Oh,
Stormfront, yeah. Liberty's the other one.
yes. Oh, I'm sorry. That was the one, Sasuke, where you were just like, we were freaking out.
Oh, yeah. I cry.
But going from romance hero manga to this is pretty impressive.
That really
I always give him credit for that.
I think that's the most impressive thing about this is the fact that he made such a drastic jump. If you're like good at something, you would think you would stick with that genre. I feel like people that are very versatile in genres are the ones that are legendary.
He got that dog in him.
He really does. He can give you a harem that's, not been told like the way that he's done it before. Because when you think of harem, oh, what a joke. I fucking enjoyed it, and I don't give a shit about harems. And then he makes this with a very unique twist to it, where the villains are the main characters. Oh, so good. Give this man his props.
I think Ranger Reject has been going on longer than QQ at this point.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think it's approaching the end, or do you think it's not even close?
It's definitely like in the in-game phase of the story.
Okay, so it's approaching its final arc. That's cool.
Yeah, it makes sense why the anime's coming out, I guess.
Yeah.
So I guess we're all passing it.
Well, you didn't, but I'm passing it for sure. Yippee! Sasuke?
What the hell?
Yippee! All right, everybody. You sound like the guy where it's like, "Come on, put your hand in the middle," and it's like, what the hell?
Did you ever see what was that show called? Tomo-chan? You didn't see Tomo-chan, did you, EA?
The tomboy.
Yeah, the tomboy.
Yeah.
Did you watch it all the way through?
I watched bits and pieces of it. I don't think I watched it all the way through. I'm assuming they confess at some point.
No, it's just this one scene I wanted to show you since we did the what the hell thing.
Oh, is it dark haired girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I may have seen
it.
I may have seen it. But
I'm posting it now.
Yeah. Isn't that funny how she became the main person? Oh yeah, I think I've seen this. Let me see this.
Well.
Yay. Oh no, woo. Oh, she's best.
Let's now talk about Le Fable. Yoko became sentient this episode. Should we be worried? She realized she was a mess.
Well, when you do all that drinking, you're probably doing it for a reason. Nobody really drinks that heavily without any, I won't say good reason, but nobody drinks that heavy without some demons running in line.
She definitely has some demons, for sure. She drank all fucking night and woke up in the evening. I haven't woke up in the evening in years, but I remember being one of those where I stayed up late and then I woke up in like the afternoon, evening. I'm like, my God.
Did you see her face when she was knocked out?
Her eyes are like slightly open.
Yeah, they're both open at different angles. Like one's slightly less open, the other's like slightly more. It just looks like she literally got hit really hard by like a bowling ball in the head, and she's just dead.
Flies are buzzing around her.
Yeah. And poor Misaki has to be in that room with her.
Why did she accept that?
I don't know.
She's like, my favorite session, you lose.
You lose. Let me squish that little face. Yeah, some people are just so polite and nice. Some people are nicer than others. But that's one of those things where it's, get your hands off me. What are you doing?
Well, now we see why Abby was so protective of her, because she's so nice.
Yeah, she's a pushover.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But that was
that
was funny.
We gotta get Yoko in Alcoholics Anonymous. She's going down a path.
Yoko, we need to talk.
I love Misaki going, how old is your sister?
How old does she look?
He just, the funny part is he goes, he doesn't even try to lie, he just goes, how old do you think she looks?
I like how Misaki's like, I think about the same age as me.
Early 20s?
He goes, okay, 22.
That's like something you should like know.
No, he said 22, I guess.
Yeah. That's like something you should like know before people like ask, hey, how old's your sister? Shit.
But EA, all he knows is fine dining and whining and killing.
And Jackal.
Yeah, and
Jackal.
He would know how old Jackal is. If you ask him with a gun to his head, tell me how old Jackal is right now, and then he would just say it without even thinking about it.
Speaking of Jackal, he was watching it, and this new episode of Jackal was riveting because Jackal's girlfriend has been divorced. Not once. Not twice. Not 5. Not 6. 9 times.
No, I thought it was Jackal who was divorced 9 times. And then she found out.
Oh,
yeah, Jackal's girl.
Yeah. I was really tired last night, so
reverse it.
Because he was like, how? He was like, how did you know?
And he did that face. Oh, and freaking Akira was just like, oh my God.
He was like, oh shit, Jackal.
It just got real.
It's like he's in a whole different world this time. Why is he so invested in the show?
He really likes Jackal. He thinks he's funny, but I guess it's because he's on the show. I don't think he ever would watch it if he wasn't on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's one of those reality TV shows. It looks like it anyway.
Watch Jackal, I just think about Misaki and her boss laughing at his resume. his hobbies were jackal.
He wasn't lying.
He's not lying, no, but it's
His
I always think
hobby.
about that.
His hobby was legit jackal.
I love how he doesn't get mad at it either. He just goes like when his boss was talking about how the other day he was yelling at Yakuzas, and then he was like, "Hey," all right, and Misaki was like, "Boss, you almost caused trouble for Akira," and then he was like, "Oh, damn, you're right. I forgot he's a pussy." He was like, "Were you scared?" And then he was like, "I was shaking in my boots."
He was terrified.
God,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
show's so fun.
It's a great show.
It
It really is.
You'll have moments like that, and then we'll have everything that's going on with Keiji, where he just decides to go fucking crazy.
That's true, yeah. He shot a dude's face off with a python, and after doing it was like, I'm sure no one will hear that. What do you mean? It's a python!
He said the reason that like people wouldn't know it as a gun because in Japan, you know, guns are illegal. So
That's a good point.
I guess he just thought in his mind that nobody would think that was a gun.
And then too, if it's just one gunshot, I think people may be startled by the sound initially, but not. Well, you may think there's a gunshot at first, but then you don't hear anything after. You're probably like,
Yeah. Yeah. This is America. You hear that, you're like, neighbors getting shot up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's another day in paradise.
Damn, Bobby.
I pull out my own gun, home defense, by God. Also the fact he bought a 357 is
That's a loud gun.
How to say this, is the epitome of stupidity.
Hey,
Why? It's a python. It's a revolver. What does it shoot? It shoots 357.
revolvers don't jam.
A loud gun.
That's a loud gun. Tons of kick. Tons of recoil.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big round.
Yeah. Yeah, his face definitely
Heavy
got blown
gun.
the fuck off. And probably went through that door and hit anybody else that was in its fucking path.
Why wouldn't you want to buy like I don't know, something easy like a 9mm or a Glock, something a little smaller? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe he just wanted something because he's been in prison for 15 years, so
Well, see,
he
that's
wanted
the thing.
something that he was used to.
It's
He's a prison
representation-
stober.
It's a representation of his personality. He wants the big, flashy, big gun because he thinks he's tough shit because he's been in prison for 15 years and he's the son of the whoever, and he can do whatever he wants, and that's the reason he's on a power trip. That's pretty much
Hey, he
what's
was being so
happening right now.
mean. Being mean to Takahashi. Forget the killing the guy. Like, why was he so mean to him? He's like,
He was like, do you like sex? Yeah.
Huh? You just blew the fucking guy's brains out and you're asking me this now?
You know, sex is a lot like murder, right?
Huh?
One's creating and one's ending.
I'm
wanna
out.
Fuck.
What?
I know this one girl. Her name is Himeno. We met in prison. She was in for some grooming thing. We can hook you up, man.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
He just goes, "No, I got my own drunk girl. It's fine."
I think Takahashi's just trying to be a good kid. When he first walks in there, he's just like, "You want something to drink?" He's like, green tea, please." And he's like, one beer.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, I'm telling you, he's gonna be the one to kill this guy. He's gonna kill him.
Oh, you think Takahashi's gonna kill him?
I think he is. I think it's not gonna be Akira because he's the one that's gonna have to chauffeur this guy around, and it's either gonna come down to one of two things, or maybe both. He's gonna get involved with Misaki, or he's gonna get involved with Yoko in some way, and going to threaten their lives, and he's going to end his life. That's my guess.
That's an interesting thought. I do. I do see Takahashi definitely on the gooder side, because he's not all evil. He's part of the Yakuza, yeah, but he's not.
You just.
I don't think he's
Stupid.
killed anybody.
He definitely didn't by his reaction.
For sure. He's an errand boy. That's all he is. And he's just getting a little extra money that probably pays a little better than a regular job. And, yeah, he's regretting his life choices right now.
And good. Honestly, I thought it would have been really bad for him to be with Yoko, but I honestly think he's better with Yoko than he is anywhere near this guy.
I mean, they're both going to potentially kill him.
Yes, that's the thing, is he's going to have to choose which death. Slow.
Oh, shoot me. I don't want to die of alcohol poisoning. Oh my God.
I couldn't imagine a more painful death. At least shot in the head, it's over.
Hey, Yoko has become sentient, though. She could turn it around.
She's gonna laugh at you while it's happening. Maybe
get
a video. Like it's nice that she's thinking about that, but she's saying that, but she's about to get another drink, so it doesn't really matter. No, actually, she said that, and then she called up Takahashi.
Yeah.
We already know what she was going to do.
She was going to fuck with him.
Most likely.
Yeah, she was going to fuck with him. And Takahashi was like, I would really love to be there right now, but...
He's so stupid.
I'm doing something else, man. I'm killing this guy.
I'm cutting off some hands right now. I can't.
I'm cutting off some hands to get into a safe. Yeah,
oh
this
my
Kenji.
God, Decrepit Storm says Yoko watching that happen would be her version of watching Jackal.
True.
It is.
Very true.
Wow. Akira's really becoming a normal one.
Mm-hmm. He wants to live that normal life. Dare I say it? I think he's just enjoying the peace. This is a man that ever since he was young has only known killing people.
Same.
And I feel okay, but whatever. But I feel as if he's enjoying his time away from killing, and everyone else, including motherfucking Kenji, is trying their best to ruin it. Kenji puts a knife to his face and he doesn't even flinch.
Put it in his ear too.
Puts it in his ear and doesn't flinch.
Want me to clean your ear? That's not a tough threat, by the way.
Yeah, he's just like, I forgot what he said, but he was just like, oh, I know what this is. Yeah, okay. like, what does that mean? Does that mean that you're going to pay the man, that you're not going to, very ambiguous.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh, okay.
He's like, oh, I know what this is. This is a shakedown. I think that's maybe what he thought in his mind. He's like, I know what this is. This is a shakedown. I've been shaken down before. He had zero fear in his eyes. And I think that resonated with Kenji because as soon as he got back in the car with Takahashi was like, he's a big old crybaby, isn't he? Didn't say anything about him. He just said, let's drive. Which tells me he knows he's not afraid. Which tells me he knows he's a killer. Which, that's my assumption anyways. If he's not afraid of a knife going in his ear or even being swerved around his face or everything, he's not afraid of that. Yeah, he's maybe thinking twice about this Akira guy.
Yeah, you probably want to leave him alone.
I would hope if he was smart, he would leave him alone. But this guy is arrogant. This guy has been in the joint for 15 years only to come back and do the same fucking shit that he did before he even went in. Which tells me the prison system didn't do anything to him.
He must hate freedom. Because he didn't even try. He didn't even try anything new. He's just like, all right. In fact, as soon as he got back home, he's like, hey, Abby, you got a gun?
You got a gun? You got a car? You got whatever? Which, speaking of Ebby, I'm going to say it. I think Kenji did something to him.
Really?
Yep. What better way to become the next in command and the person in charge than to take out your older brother who's in charge? I mean, I know it doesn't show anything, and I know that it doesn't even maybe hint at it, at least not right now, but that's just maybe me going total conspiracy theory on everything. But this is yeah, it's his own brother. Why would somebody do that? But there have been more crazy fucks to do something just as sick. And I'm thinking maybe this guy is one of those people. He shot a guy in the face and didn't even care.
I think the only issue with that is how it happened.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I don't know. Maybe he put something in a drink or something. I don't know.
No, I mean more so of like how we came to find out something was wrong with him, because he was in the shower supposedly, like taking a bath or something, and then Takashi's like, okay, he's been in there kind of long, and he's like, yeah, you're kind of right. Let me go check up on him.
He likes to take his long showers.
Yeah, and then he goes in there and then he's collapsed, and then he's the one supposedly that took him to the hospital. So if he poisoned him or something like that, then I don't think he would have acted the way he did, because he could have very easily like not gave him help.
No, very true. My only thing when it comes to that is when it comes to the whole organization's boss, when it comes to all this, I'm thinking maybe he wants it to look like an accident, and maybe, he just had a heart attack or whatever. And I'm not saying he didn't have a heart attack. I believe this guy definitely had a heart attack. I just think that maybe there was a little bit of foul play just so that he could be in charge. And I love how the boss was just like, Kenji's in charge. That's not good.
He should probably do something about that.
Remember, you think maybe you should do something about that? This guy gets out of jail. He's been in jail for 15 years, gets right out of jail, goes back to doing the same shit he's doing. There was a reason he was jail in the first place. And you're going to welcome him back with open arms, and he's going to be the boss? Not the boss, but basically in charge of things? I think that's bad for business. I don't think that's a good idea. I think maybe you should tell him, we're going to bring in a replacement. You know, you shouldn't be in charge.
And if he interim CEO.
And if he cops an attitude and is all bit, then right there, this guy is not boss or supervisor material. So,
Light Roller says, I hope the pervert meets Kenji.
Ooh,
yeah.
Now,
that's another
Akira is one thing. The pervert meeting Kenji, chef's kiss. That would be worth it.
See what he did to Misaki in this episode? This guy needs to go to prison. He's a
Wait, he did something to Misaki this episode?
Yeah, he put the car keys under a table so she would bend over.
No. Well, that could have also been a thing, but I think he did that just because
he took them already.
Yeah, he probably already copied them, like Akira was saying. And then he just gave it back to her because,
sorry, I'm an idiot.
No, well, I mean, the bending over was probably a bonus, but I'm sure that's exactly what happened. Was that? I lost my keys. How did they? I swear I put them in my bag. I don't know why she doesn't put two and two together and realize he offered to hold your bag.
Yeah.
She'll figure it out eventually. It's one of those things where he's just probably so quiet and so out of the way that she probably doesn't even notice that. But eventually it is going to become pretty clear, and she better beat the shit out of him.
I mean, it's always the quiet ones you have to worry about.
He really doesn't say anything. He just sits there and hates every time something happens to Akira.
Yeah. That's all he does. He works, but then Akira says something. Sounds stupid.
You know what? It's gonna be classic Japanese nerdy crazy man spiraling into insanity. He's gonna confront Akira in an alley, and he's gonna be like, "It's because of you," and he's going to like try to kill Akira or something.
Let me have me sake. He starts with the sword knife like that.
That, or he really forces himself upon what's her name? Hold on. Misaki. He really forces herself upon Misaki. Does that whole creepo fucking thing. And then that's when somebody intervenes, whether it be Akira or hey, I'm cool with Kenji.
Shouldn't be doing that to Misaki. I'm gonna hurt you now.
I'm fine with Kenji. Kenji would be more sadistic. But then after that, Kenji needs to retire. He needs to stop being Yakuza. He needs to get himself retirement fund and just move away. But I know that's not going to happen.
He's headed back to jail the way he's moving right now.
Absolutely, and he deserves to go there or dead. He's he has no redeeming qualities.
No,
he's just an asshole.
Yeah,
he's an asshole. He's mean to his subordinates. He even tries to hustle Akira, which tells me he probably does that to a lot of people. So,
well, I think it also shows you just of how much the Yakuza has changed in this world. Like we have our perception of how the Yakuza is based on Japanese media we consume. And I don't think for the most part our perception is what we get in the Fable with how like mild mannered they are at times. Now they already have killed people. We seen Ebby kill the one guy that they were trying to get to fight Akira. So it's not like murder was off the table, but for the most part they're really, I don't know, like really tame. The way he's acting though, Kenji is acting is kind of the stereotypical way you would think of the Yakuza, where they're like going into places head first, not taking no for an answer, extorting any and everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's as if the world has definitely changed around him, and I'm sure maybe 15 years ago when that was okay, that's what they did. But just like anything in life, the world keeps moving with or without you. And the second he got out of jail, he thought it was the same. He's going to realize soon it's not. I mean, he's still living in the past right now, but something's going to happen to where he's going to, what's happened to this country? Oh, the young people. And he's going to go on a boomer rant, just like his brother.
Goddamn youngins, these generations, tell you what, kill them all.
Okay, old man.
But is there anything else for this episode?
This was a really, I love this series. I say that every week when we talk about it, but I'm glad you picked this one, Sasuke, because this is definitely a dark horse of the season.
Thank you.
Now, as customary, when something succeeds in this world, it's time for the layoffs. EA, Sasuke.
Oh.
All right.
I mean,
upward.
Does that mean I get what's it called? A pension?
Yeah, I've been working here for like what, 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years. We deserve a pension.
I can press this button.
That's not a pension.
I could press it again.
I'm going to mute the soundboard.
You're going to be hearing from my lawyer.
Yes, wrongful termination case incoming.
Well,
to the person of C Tactics.
EA, I have a question.
Do you, or do you have viewer questions.
Oh, that's right. Viewer questions.
Viewer
Oh,
questions.
you're so right. First question. After I take all this shit away, because I don't know what I'm doing anymore. How many lollies do you think you could beat up one after the other?
All
I
of
guess
them.
like in a quick succession. I could probably do 20, 22, 23 and a half. Probably 23 and a half.
All of them for me.
Just every single one in existence.
Yep. I go full Doomslayer and just eradicate all the lollies.
Impressive. I don't know. I feel like you'll go on as long as for how much stamina I have. My stamina isn't the greatest right now, so I'm thinking like maybe. Let me see. Yeah, like 25. 25.
Damn, pretty good. What's a good ecchi series according to Satsuki the Savage?
A good ecchi series? Oh, I mean, Kill la Kill. But if we're talking about a series that's primarily ecchi, I don't really think there is any great ecchi series. Because I think of a series like High School DxD when I think of an ecchi series. There are a lot of great series that have ecchi elements, but when ecchi is the main focus, it's not really like a lot of great series to me. Well, I guess Prison School. Let's go Prison School. That's like the only good one to me.
Next question. In KonoSuba Season 2, the running hawk
Joe.
kites charge towards the hardest object around them during mating season. Which of these would they charge towards? Darkness's muscles. Darkness's armor? See, after looking at Vladilena. This is stupid.
I mean, do you know how hard looking at Vladilena is? Sasuke and I talked about it to Ignacium one time, and I gotta go with that. After looking at Vladilena, is the hardest matter on Earth.
Next question. If you get isekai into a new world, when you grow up, you can date your Hold on. If you get isekai into a new world, when you grow up, can you date your new mom since she is not... Why are you asking? Next question. You have to make Aqua laugh, but you can only tickle her in one place. Which of these three places are you choosing? Next question. If you had to fight 1v1 against one of the main cast from KonoSuba, who are you fighting? Finally, a good one. I'm choosing Megumi.
Oh my god. That was horrible.
Especially the mom question.
What were they going for with that one?
They were really, really into Sesera last week.
Okay. Which one of the main? Yeah, Megami. Like easy.
I mean,
can Megami fight?
No.
If she, you better hope she doesn't blow up. I feel like Yun, I could easily sever her spine.
Do we consider her a part of the main cast though?
I guess she's like a supporting cast. But I guess if I was to talk about the main cast, Megumi's spine's also severing. I just gotta do a sneak attack first.
Wait. Light Ruler says in the chat, we didn't hear the entire question. We don't need to hear the entire question.
We know it was from you.
I'm not fighting Aqua though. I'm gonna get hit with the God du blow.
Next question. Which moment in Dragon Ball Z was the most brutal out of these four? Nappa breaks Tien's arm. Frieza impels Krillin. Dr. Gero drives a hand through Yamcha. Super Boo explodes inside a man.
Damn.
Nappa didn't just break Tien's arm. He
ripped
punched
it
his
off.
arm
We
off.
punched it off. That's right. There's one on here that isn't even an option, but Imperfect Cell sucking that absorbing that man, and he just was like slowly melting. Stuck with me for a long time when I was younger.
Yeah,
That was
Perfect
creepy.
Cell is my favorite. It's probably like my favorite version of Cell, just for the horror element of it.
Yeah, I love that too. But I guess if I was to pick one, even though I didn't really care for the arc itself, Super Boo, dude, going inside that man and he filling up and then exploding was pretty sick.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Even called
gross.
out- I think he even said "daddy" at one point. It was crazy.
He didn't say any of those words.
Pretty X-rated. Oh, we're talking about the other suit. Okay. Next question. Who's the best Star Wars actor out of these four? Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, Samuel L. Jackson, or Ewan McGregor?
Ewan McGregor is a great prequel Obi-Wan Kenobi. I've always said that. But Mark Hamill, I don't know, Harrison Ford's got the charisma. I like Harrison Ford as Han Solo. He definitely made that character his own. It's just a shame that Harrison Ford hates playing Han Solo so much, but I liked it. So, Harrison Ford.
I like Ewan McGregor. Ewan.
He was great.
Star Wars.
There you go. Which fusion was the best between these four? Vegito, Gogeta, Zamasu, Gotenks.
Gogeta. All the way.
Vegito is my favorite.
You said Vegito?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's always been my
pretty
favorite.
good. I love Gogeta.
Who is the kindest character out of these four? Goku, Deku, Tanjiro, or Griffith? Wait, Griffith? What the fuck?
That was a joke. There's no way they think Griffith is kind.
It's between Deku or Tanjiro.
Tanjiro for me.
It's Deku. Yeah, it's Deku. Tanjiro's funny to me because he'll sympathize with you, but he'll still kill you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
He'll be like, oh, he just wanted a puppy. Just kill him.
Cut your head off.
You got a job. You got to do it. Next question. Who is the best written anime character out of these four? Kaneki, Light, Guts, or Ere?
Best written? Ooh.
Probably?
These are pretty good ones.
Yeah. I don't know much about Tokyo Ghoul, though.
I would have to say Guts for me. Because Guts is... His arc has spanned decades and decades at this point, and even with the change of writers, still finds new ways to expand upon his character and make him even more sympathetic. And that's what I have to go with, Guts.
I wanted to do the same. I would say it would be Light for me. The only thing I dislike about Light is I wish there was like this buffer in between the Light that we saw in college and then mass murderer Kira, because I felt like the change was so sudden that you don't really he's in that Kira persona immediately almost.
Yeah, you blink and you miss it.
Yeah. But Guts is pretty phenomenal.
I enjoy it.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
ready to go, man.
I can tell you. I enjoyed Eren. I haven't had a chance to get to know Guts. I do eventually want to get around to reading the manga, or heck, even watching the new fucking anime that's coming out that looks amazing. But Eren for sure, now that I've gotten to see his whole character.
Out of these universes, which three would fit Zoro from One Piece? Demon Slayer, Evangelion, Bleak, Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball Z, or Naruto? Why is Evangelion on here? Am I missing something?
He would be so lost there.
Literally, because he always gets lost.
You'd be like Neo Tokyo. What angels would be attacking, and you'd be like nowhere. He'd be in the middle of nowhere. He would survive the fourth impact because of his incompetence.
I feel like Bleach is almost perfect for him.
Yeah, Bleach is pretty good for him. Demon Slayer is a good one. Dragon Ball Z, probably, yeah. Naruto, I don't think I'd want to see him there. Because ninjas, you know. Attack on Titan, nah, I'll pass. Evangelion, that's so weird.
You just see Zoro clapping, the swords in his mouth.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I feel like he'd be great in Demon Slayer.
You're pretty good, yeah.
He'd be known as the Three Swords Hashira. He'd be fucking great.
It's pretty hard for him to get lost, I think.
Yeah, the Hashira stay in one hut and they never leave.
The Kasugai crows would find him. Be like,
yeah, and they would go,
Zoro! Zoro! You dumbass! Get back! Go east! This way! Follow me, you dumbass!
They would be his GPS.
Oh, man. Out of these four, who are you bringing back from the dead to main event WrestleMania one last time?
Oh, wow.
Randy Savage, Rick Rude, Eddie Guerrero, or Bray Wyatt? Randy Savage, man. That's me. Second up would be Eddie Guerrero, and then Rick Rude, and then probably Bray.
For me, Randy Savage, he showed what he could do when given the opportunity, and then towards the end of his career, he was absolutely happy with retiring. He wasn't one of those people that wanted to go back or anything. I'm only saying this because I recently saw a documentary about him. Once he was done, and he was happy with it. I don't know much about Rick Rude, unfortunately. I know the name, but can't remember the
he's great.
Matches.
He's great.
Eddie Guerrero was a 10 in every match he did. I feel like he had an amazing WrestleMania moment when he was hugging Chris Benoit, all things considered. But the man who never got the chance to shine was Bray Wyatt. The man was a genius and so much better than WWE gave him credit for. They never believed in him and they never gave him a chance. I feel like if they would have just had one person give him that WrestleMania moment and won, he would have been a superstar. So I definitely say Bray Wyatt just because the man reinvented himself not once but twice and did great at it. Bray Wyatt should have had his WrestleMania moment. That's all I'm saying.
Only one I watch is Eddie, so Eddie would be the one I go for.
Out of these four, who's the most respectable character? Kakashi, Tengen, Levi, or Gojo?
Respectable?
Respectable in the sense that we respect them, or the story, like within their story.
To be honest, I don't feel like people respect Gojo, even in their own story.
Gojo is just kind of like, he's just like, he's a cute boy. That's about it.
They understand that he's strong, but when they're like, hey, you shouldn't talk that way to your seniors, and da-da-da-da. He's kind of arrogant and rude.
Nami even has a quote where he says, I trust Gojo, but I do not respect him.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I feel like people respect Levi. Yeah. I feel like he's people that even if he's a leader and leading into battle, you die for that man, Levi.
He got so much respect that Reiner and Berthold warned old Zeke about him, and we got one of the best ass whoopings in anime.
Yep, that is what you call true respect. Oh, we shouldn't have to worry about him. No, they were like, be afraid of this man.
Is this Levi?
That's true. He
didn't even know his He didn't even get a visual description. He just, for the pure fact he was getting his ass whooped, he's like, this is Levi.
Yeah. That's respect right there.
Levi, it's probably Levi for me too, but I will say Kakashi, he's kind of like the original Gojo, but with like more better. He's better than Gojo in pretty much every way. Tengen as well is pretty great. He's got 3 wives. That's pretty respectable.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to maintain 3 wives.
I mean, the fact that every wife isn't jealous of the other wife and they respect Tengen equally is crazy too.
And they're 3 wildly different personalities.
Correct.
It's crazy. Who is your favorite green-haired anime character? Is Yubel on? Okay. Yeah. Mao Mao, Gon, Yubel, or Deku? A lot of these.
I like Deku.
Yeah, I like Deku. I like Deku quite a bit.
Deku. Mm-hmm.
Gon freaks.
Yeah, I need to finish Hunter X Hunter. It'll happen one of these decades. Last question. These characters have their day in court. How would you defend them? Aizen, Doflamingo, Don Quixote, Sukuna, or Frieza? Well, Doflamingo, I'm not doing shit, okay?
Oh my god.
I read Law's backstory today, right before this podcast, maybe like an hour or two before. And no, that guy is evil. He killed his own parents. And he killed his entire family because he wanted to.
Oh, it's not because he wanted to.
Because he felt he disrespected him in some way. Because he's fucking insane. And he killed his own brother. Shot him.
Well,
you can't defend that.
You can defend it.
I can defend that.
Go ahead, Sasuke. I'll add my input too as I see fit.
I could defend the killing his brother thing, but I can't defend everything else. That's the only one I could defend. The only reason I could defend the killing his brother thing because his brother was already a Marine who was after Doflamingo already. So that I could defend. The parents thing, you win some, you lose some.
And the fact he pinned the corpses of children to 2 walls.
He wanted to have decoration.
Listen, he gave Sugar a home.
Listen, this guy, he has a pink boa. You gonna honestly say that this guy would hurt a fly? Look at him.
He hired Steven Tyler to kill his enemies.
He enjoys a life of luxury and fashion. He thinks he's Ric Flair, Your Honor. Look at him.
He got Steven Tyler to attack a 16-year-old in bikini armor. Think about that.
It's not his
that 16-year-old was coming on to him. He had to defend himself.
All right, now you're in jail. Now you're in jail.
He was trying to defend himself.
As for Sukuna, it's sort of in the same vein. It's like, well, Your Honor, he may have wiped out a portion of, well, okay, maybe the entirety of Shibuya, but, like, what do you...
Your Honor, this man was already dead, and he was eaten against his will. It's not his fault. He's a monster, and he is going to do what monsters do. He didn't ask to be brought back into this world.
Could plead insanity. You could be like split personalities.
This split personality. Look at this guy.
Yuji,
I mean, it was technically Yuji.
Investigation.
Right. It wasn't Sukuna. It was Yuji. So how could you say it was Sukuna, Your Honor?
Yeah, look at the tape.
My case.
It's obviously Yuji.
Yeah, see, same body. It's
Sukuna
him.
Don't look like that.
No. Sukuna has 2 arms or whatever the fuck.
Also, he's a magical being. I can use cursed energy. What does that even mean? That doesn't exist. Aizen, there's no.
Your Honor, Aizen's the most caring person in the world. He watched after poor Ichigo his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
He's the father that his own father never
psychotic.
was. He is so
psychotic.
caring. He saw him when he was born, raised him like he was other. He just wanted to get his full potential, Your
This
Honor.
is not very Daijobu.
Who did Aizen even kill?
Aizen didn't kill nobody. He's innocent.
I'm serious.
The
I'm
only
serious.
thing he should be guilty of is being too nice.
Seriously, who did Aizen kill?
Name it. Name it, Your Honor. Who did he kill? He had ideas. He didn't, I
wait.
mean, we all have ideas.
Wait,
we don't. Hold on. Rewind it back. Okay, bring a counsel in. Bring the counsel.
Well, Geen, there's one person, but he was going to die anyways.
He had cancer. He was putting him out of his misery.
Yeah. So there's that.
How do you defend Frieza? He's literally Space Emperor.
Goku
Oh god.
interrupted his planet brokering enterprise. Now, I ask you, if somebody were to walk into your business and fuck up your establishment and your business, how would you respond? I'm saying.
I mean, he has a reputation to maintain. He's got business. All he's doing is just reacting to people disrupting his business.
And these people.
Ooh, Ellie brings up a great point. Frieza saved the fucking galaxy with Goku.
The Saiyans are pretty. They're literally a race that thrives on anger to get power boosts.
Okay, what about all the other planets he annihilated?
They were just in his way.
There were nobody on those planets.
Yeah, they were completely vacant. He made sure that nobody was on those planets when he blew them up. At least he tried.
Yeah,
You know, there may have been some here or there, but it's called collateral damage. These things are going to happen when you're in business.
Look it up.
That was the dumbest thing I heard today. EA?
Also, guys, we don't condone any of this. Obviously, they're all bad people. It's jokes.
EA, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me over at my channel, Everything Animated, where it's pretty barren, almost close to 600. But hey, we're just a chill channel. If you want to find more, just like notifications of when we're going to be going live through our Twitter, King of Anime Pod, please follow us there if you have not yet. If you're new to the channel, please do so as well. Also, we have a Patreon, the King of Anime Podcast Patreon. As C said earlier in the podcast, if you may have missed it, we're going to be doing more on the Patreon. We have some ideas to talk more about Fate Stay Night, Heaven's Field, maybe possibly in the future after we get done watching Unlimited Blade Works. And yeah, we got that going on for those. Only $1, folks. $1 stinking $1. I cannot stress that enough. There are other places that charge way more for spicy content or for other kind of weird stuff, and only $1 for us. $1. So yeah, why not throw your $1 here? I mean, we got the quality stuff here, so be sure to like, share, subscribe to all those places, and we will see you next time. Thank you.
Sasuke, where can they find ya?
Hi, I am Sasuke the Savage. You can find me on my YouTube, Sasuke the Savage, as well as my other YouTube channel, Sasuke the Reactor, where I might be posting some live reactions to the one show that we do not mention on this podcast that has a 0 in its name and maybe a re in front of it. I'm not entirely sure, but be on the lookout for that quite possibly, maybe. Also, my Twitch, Sasuke Does Savage, that's with a DA, not a THE, where I'm playing various games right now. Fire Emblem, Go to Deer Route, Your Turn to Die, Raging Loop, Persona 3 Reload, and Stella Brit, which I've been having fun. I'm probably going to play a little bit after we're done with the podcast. But check me out on my Twitch. Stream 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the weekends. So Saturday, Sunday is where you can catch me. And I stream for a very long time. You can pop up at any time, have fun with the chat. You know what I mean? Super interactive in there. So season 5 of JoJo's when Sasuke the reactor. I'll ask him. I'll ask him where JoJo's at. But yeah, that is it for me.
Well, as for me, I'm working a lot finally, which is a good thing. Yesterday I put out a video on the new episode of Demon Slayer. Today I put out a video on the new episode of Ranger Reject, and both have performed exceedingly well, way above my expectations, which is very pleasant to see and a surprise. Especially Ranger Reject. It's getting more popular with each week on my channel, so very, very interesting. I think that show is impressing people more and more. As well, what else? Tomorrow, new Chainsaw Man chapter, so check out my second channel if you guys watch Chainsaw Man or read Chainsaw Man weekly. Should be a lot of fun stuff. Hopefully Bi-Weekly Devil is dead and gone and we don't gotta wait another week for a new chapter. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks everybody for watching, for coming out. Appreciate it very much, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Shane.
Later.